All right, we got two people watching. That's a good deal. It's been raining a little bit today. I did get my mowing done before it started raining. Perfect timing. Hello, Grizz. On my way. Good deal. I'm glad to see Grizz. Hello, Brian. How's pandemic coming along out there? I see. Wait a minute. No, Trump didn't cure it. No, he didn't do nothing. Oh, isn't that a joke? Every day, Brian. And he's not going to do anything about it. Slowly testing down. That way the numbers won't be high. Hello, Michael. Looky, here's who's coming up.
Hey, Kim. Oh, I got the camera flipped the wrong way. Just 1 second here. Let's see here. It's pointed at this end of the trailer house. Give that a try.
So, how's things going in Oregon?
Well, it's going. It's not going too bad.
Hello, Rosanna.
Hugs, Rosanna. Hey, Brian. Hi, Michael. It's going pretty nice here. Been a lazy day, just taking the day off, not doing anything.
I have a few of them.
Yeah.
Kind of in a row, but I did get out there and mow before it started raining. We got 2 inches of rain today.
Oh my! We're supposed to get a bunch of rain tomorrow. Yeah, 2 inches. That's a pretty good. That's a pretty good pour. I mean, I'm sure you guys have had a lot more than that.
Well, no, it's been really dry.
Yeah, but I mean, in the past, I mean, a 2 inch rain, that's probably not super heavy for you.
No.
That's right, Brian. Every day's a lazy day for me.
So Brian said they're getting ready to shut California down completely again.
Yeah, I think the whole West should. The way things are starting to take off out here, I think a lot of them opened up too early. And you can't blame that on Trump. That's each of the states just not handling it properly on their parts. Same here with Oregon.
Hey, I could blame anything I want to on Trump.
Well, that's true. You can. That don't mean you're right.
Well,
no, I think it's up to the states to be able to manage this.
Yeah, but he doesn't know how to do it. But he should step in and say, "Hey, this is what we're going to do."
Well, he does have that pretty much in place with the CDC. It's just some of the states don't listen to the CDC.
Right, and everybody give our governor heck because He shut everything down here in Illinois.
Well, see that's the part that's frustrating to me. You know, I mean, you have so many people on both sides of the issue that at one point of it, it was, as I pointed out to you at the beginning, it was the Democrats who were saying, "Oh, this is no big deal," and try to blow it over like Nancy Pelosi did. Come to San Francisco, let's party and stuff. Now it's flip flopped, you know. But either way, Democrats and Republicans alike, you know, they just jump on whatever their party's saying. You know, it's like, but they're both flip flopping sides. I'm telling you, Republicans and Democrats both have the same destination in mind. They're both flying in circles. One has one wing clip, the other one has the other wing clip. They're flying in circles with the same destination.
Oh, you got that right. That I will agree. But the one thing that they want to do is fill their pockets.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, they're making this into a political deal is what I'm thinking, and I don't think it is a political issue. Yeah, Brian, we're on the rise here in Oregon again. We had in one day there was like 150 people over in Newport. You know that came down with it because they opened up one of their fish plants over there, and boom! I mean, instantly within 36 hours they had 150 new cases in that town from the fish plant opening on up.
Oh my God. Rosanna said she's out of, or there at her place, they're out of toilet paper again at Costco. Well, Pam has to have a certain brand. So every time I see that I can get a pack, because they only let you have one, I grab it, you know.
I think I got some pine cones around here I can send to her if she wants.
Pine cones? Now, do they have the arrow on which way you drag it?
Yeah, you want to, depends on how aggressive you want to go with it. You know, it depends on which way you want to run it.
Hello, Dean.
Oh, there's my little girl. How you doing, Botter? Hey, by the way, Botter, you got to call me Papa. You got to call me Papa, or I'm going to block you every time you come in here. I'm going to give him a chance to respond, or her rather.
You think? Hey, there's Tim Squirrel.
Hairballs, Tim. I'm not seeing him up on here yet. Oh, there he is. Gilligaff. That's better now, Botter.
Okay, there's got to be a joke to it.
Oh, I've made Botter my new whipping boy instead of Steve.
Yeah, where's Steve been for a while? Is he okay?
Yeah, I seen he was on Stray's live chat yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I seen him on there about the time I got home. He tried to call me. He gave me a call, but I missed his call. I didn't have my cell phone with me all day yesterday, and I got home late. And he gave me a call just before I got home, and then I got on home, got on the computer, and seen Stray was live, hopped in there, and he was already on a live chat with Stray. Oh man, what a beautiful day it is out here today, but it's supposed to start raining late tonight. Not looking forward to that, but I guess I'll have 2 days off this week. Did I tell you I went and got to work with a guy with his Woodlands sawmill?
No, I hadn't seen it.
No, I haven't made I shot the video on it, but I didn't. I haven't done any editing with it or done anything with it yet. It might be a few weeks before I get it out. Oh man, it's a beautiful day here. Um, Rosanna, here, let me kind of show you the sky over here.
Oh, that's blue.
Yeah, we got a beautiful blue sky. A little bit of white clouds out there, but it's nice weather here for now.
Yeah. Wait 30 minutes. Uh,
Put this over here.
Hello, Samuel.
But yeah, he went on over. He hadn't ever run a sawmill before, and it was brand spanking new. And he tried to fire it up, and he kept on throwing blades on it. He didn't even make one cut. Every time he'd fire it up, it just throw the band on it. He couldn't figure out how to reset it and stuff. So I went on over and got him dialed on in and showed him how to dial it on in and keep on fine tuning it some more. And well, he gave me a call last night. He said, "Man," he says, "I'm so glad you came on over." He says, "They started throwing bands again." He said, "I did exactly what you said, dialed it right on in." He said, "I think I got this under control now."
Hey, Stray, I sent you a link in your email. Come on up.
I'll be right back. My cup is empty. I got to get me another cup.
Here, wait.
Yeah.
Here, Grizz, take this one with you.
Oh. Okay.
Mine's empty, but I don't need no more. I'll be up all night the way it is. Stray, come on up. We'd love to hear from you. My wife tell me I don't need coffee anymore. I asked her to give me a cup. But she said you don't need none, huh? Okay, Stray, not today, he said.
Man, Brian, I think I'd trade her on in. You need a new wife. Stray, do you have your headphones on? I mean, not Stray, I mean, Brian. Because Brian, if your wife, hopefully she can hear you. Brian's old lady, fetch him a cup of coffee now. It's your woman's duty to do that.
Oh no, that's not right. It says it right in the Bible, Hebrews.
No. I'm not falling for that one.
Hebrews.
That's talking about booze, not about coffee. That's about making moonshine.
Okay. So Samuel thinks that he stumbled into a ZZ Top convention.
I think I might be in trouble with Rosanna now. Look at the faces that she's making.
Carolina Small. She's doing her breathing treatments. She said she still loves you, Grizz.
Yeah, I see that. Brian, I read in the news that up in Seattle, they're going to, the city is going to go in and take back possession of Capitol Hill there. I'll believe it when I see it. You know what? For the life of me, I can't figure out how they're turning this into a Democrat-Republican deal. You know, it just don't make sense to me. By the way, I wish Bobby Sprinkle would show up. Man, I got some razzing I want to do on him.
Oh,
Kyle
no.
Busch, he lost his ride, and Bobby Sprinkle's favorite driver was Kyle Busch, and he lost his ride with on the 42 car, which is a Chevy. And the funny thing is, it looks like next year Kyle Busch is going to be driving. I mean, not Kyle Busch. Kyle Larson is going to be driving a Ford. It looks like next year, and I got to rub that in with him. It looks like he's going to be driving for Tony Stewart.
Well, send him an email.
I did send him an email, but I haven't heard back from him.
Right. Okay.
Oh, Carolyn, I can't say that I've completely quit. I'm still smoking. I've been fighting it for what, over a month now? Something like that, about a month. And I'm still struggling with it, still doing the lollipops, but I do have a pack on me right now, or right handy. I think I was smoking about 3 packs a day, and I'm down to about 1 pack a day.
Oh, my.
I got to get it down to less. Yeah, I've definitely cut down, Rosanna. Going in the right direction. I just gotta reach that finish line.
Well,
Oh,
good.
cool. 6 years. Good.
Good for you. 6 years, she said.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I quit in 1989. I'm not going to say it was easy, but once I put my mind to it, I did it.
Oh, actually, I haven't gained any weight there, Caroline. I'm about the same weight as I've always been. About 230. I would like to lose about 20 to 30 more pounds, but if it happens, it happens.
Stray said he's no quitter.
I hear you, Stray.
Hello, Digital. How are you this evening?
I find that ironic. I'm trying to quit smoking, and Noodles is trying to start smoking.
You know, that is silly. It took a while till I could get on to smoking. I should have never quit or never started.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had never started. It was pretty easy to start, pretty difficult to quit. You know what they say about it, about the starting part of it. They say fire on one end, and a fool on the other.
Now, why did you like that?
Because I'm going through some pretty wicked nicotine withdrawals right now. I mean,
Okay.
I forced myself to go without a cigarette for a number of hours this morning.
Well, Samuel, I don't know. I never did do heroin.
Carolyn, I tried the gum. I can't do the gum. I mean, for some reason, I mean, the gum, chewing tobacco, all that stuff gives me the hiccups, something fierce. I mean, it's horrible. I mean, like to the point I'm gasping for breath. And the patches, I've tried them a number of times too, and I can't keep them to stay on. Um, During the wintertime, it's raining and stuff, and the patches fall off, and then I find myself smoking more than normal. During the wintertime, it's rainy out, and I get all wet and stuff, and they fall off, and I'm back to smoking more than normal. So I think the biggest deal is I just got to fight through it.
Yeah, the main thing is you got to want to.
Yep.
You know, and I quit several different times, you know, and the problem was I enjoyed it. I don't know why, but
That's a good question. Why do we enjoy it? I don't understand that part of it. Yeah, I know with my dad, when he quit smoking, he carried the same pack around for a whole year. You know, he completely quit smoking, but he carried a pack in his pocket here for a whole year. Went a whole year without smoking a cigarette. All of a sudden, at one point, he found himself pulling out a cigarette and lighting it. And as he was lighting it, he just says, "Who's bigger, me or the cigarette?" And he said that whole year it was a fight every day not to smoke. And he said that was that turning point for him when he decided I'm bigger than the cigarette. He threw the cigarette down and he threw the pack away. And he said he never had a desire to smoke ever again. I wish I could go something through like that.
oh my God, a diet. Now we're talking about a whole different ball game. I can't help myself eating. But the thing of it is, I don't ever have to have another cigarette to live. But I got to have some food every day to live. And it tastes so good, and I can't control myself. Well, that's a good deal, Brian. You quit all that.
Did you see that comment I left to a Waterbug on your comment?
No, it didn't.
I just made that comment maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes before you went live.
Okay. I'll have to go back. He don't like alone. He don't like the loan stuff, he said. Yep, it's your own mindset.
Yep.
Okay. Let me check it out.
I probably should plug this in so the battery don't go dead on me. You'll make the battery go dead on my computer, but
yeah, I'm anxious to see the old bird.
yeah, I told him that video I thought was directed at you to make sure that you didn't come to the cookout, you know, without bringing something. I
Well,
said, maybe he'll bring you some of that McDoodoo.
I don't have any of that to bring him, but I've already bought a bottle of that Jack Daniels honey.
Oh, yeah, he'll like that.
I've got it sitting out there in the garage, ready to go.
Shucks, I might just make a trip on out there then and help him with that bottle. No, I'm kidding.
Well, that'd be great. I'd buy your own.
No, I'm not drinking anymore. You know, quitting the drinking was not difficult at all. This is the part that's been the difficult stuff.
Right.
Walking away from the alcohol was easy.
Well,
I mean, it was a pretty warm day yesterday, and I was working at the river yesterday. And I'll have to admit that, you know, a nice cold beer did really sound good yesterday, but it wasn't too difficult to say no.
well, Brian, I do have some moonshine that Grizz gave me. I've got it filled up with cinnamon sticks and honey. I calmed it down a little bit.
Well, Simon, you know, working out would be helpful, but some people's physical conditions prevent them from working on out. But I do agree that you know, being physically active does help take the mind off of different things.
Oh, I bet he can, Brian.
I'll bet he can get some good stuff too. He was talking about in that pond that because of that weed that was growing there, he says that makes good moonshine water.
Yeah.
You did send him an invite, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got 11 people on a, where all I have to do is click on it, it sends it to 11 people.
I gotta get my email set up that way. You'll have to teach me how to set that up.
You go to your contacts and it says something about a list, and then you start putting your email or your contacts in a list, and you name it so that you can find it. So I named mine YouTube, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And when I click on the Y, all 11 people come up.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now, are you using Gmail?
I have both. I have Gmail and Hotmail, but you know I use my my Hotmail for my contacts on that type of stuff.
Okay, you have Hotmail. Well, I don't have Hotmail. I have Yahoo, so it might be different.
I'm sure there's something similar. I'm sure they have something similar to it though.
Yeah, sometimes, Samuel, the mental
I got
is
you Simon, the mental workout.
right. The mental is more than the physical.
Yeah. I might have to go in the house and grab some more popsicles or dum dums.
So the way it works on mine, of course, mine's Yahoo. You go to contacts, and it at the top it says all, and it says list. Okay, and then at the bottom it says add contact to the list. Is that plain as pea soup?
Yeah, but like you said, mine's different.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to find out. They're using different words on here.
Well, don't try to do it now. You kick yourself off or something. Hey, if I can find it, you can find it.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking on it on the computer right now to see if I can.
But that way, there's a lot of them that don't come on, like Mach 1 and Sparky, Sandra, and it's up to them if they get a. That's why I date it. That's why I always put a date so that if you see it, oh, heck, he's live. Well, you'll see the date.
Mm-hmm.
I just now seen that. Kim, are you going swim in Water Moats Pond? No, no. I don't think I'd be able to get out. But if I was going to do that all the time, I'd get me a couple of 4x4s and a 2x4 and make me a handrail.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'd at least get a steel post and drive it in right by the pond where you got something to grab onto there.
Yeah, that would work. Most definite.
But I think he's doing that just for entertainment value because it looks to me like there's an easy spot to get in and out right just on the other side of that tree that would just be on him.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. But no, I'm not going to get in the pond.
You're afraid there's going to be some water moccasins in there, huh?
Well, could be. Did you find it, Grizz?
No, not yet.
Oh, I got one message. Well, you should have seen what my sister and brother-in-law got. Got a phone call. It was her phone, but Roy was on the phone. He said, "Get your shoes on. Come out. I want to show you something." They had I think it's brand new, a brand new Chevy 4-door pick-em-up truck,
Oh, wow.
4-wheel drive, all the purdies on it, red. Did I say red?
Mm-hmm.
I went over and helped him the night before, push the pedal down. He had fixed one of his lines, and then he found another one leaking. So,
What's causing them to leak?
just rubbing. There was like 3 lines going into a holder, and they rubbed,
Oh,
corroded,
okay.
whatever,
That sounds like a pain. What type of truck was it?
Um, I don't know. It's a black one. It's a black
I'll
one.
bet you. I'll bet you it's a Chevy.
Could be. Brian,
You
they
think
don't
of
tell me.
upgrade to a Chevy? Come on, Brian.
They don't tell me nothing. But man, it's a pretty one. I got up in the back seat and I had plenty of room for a big boy. I said, "Come on, Roy, get back in." He said, "Well, get up here in front." I said, "No, I'm in the back." I said, "Let's go for a ride. Just down around the corner." They've got that auto stop on their truck, but there's a button in there to turn that off. I've got
Oh,
their
for the auto stop the motor, you mean when you come to a stop sign?
correct. Yeah,
Well,
they got
that's nice that they got a button to turn that on and off with.
yeah, they do, but I don't. I've got that I got that thing I hook up, and just to keep argument down with the dealership, it takes about 2 seconds. Well, probably more than that. But I take that off and plug it back in until they do what they got to do, and then I come home, unplug it, and then plug that plug in. Well, I don't know much about it, Brian, but man, this is pretty. And I don't know if it's a 20. It could be a 2020. I didn't ask. I didn't get the particulars, so but it's got a backup camera, so somehow you can change it and it'll point down to your hitch.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are pretty nice.
And then I asked them, but they don't have a trailer. They've got them on TV that when you put it in reverse, you can see through the trailer. I don't
Well,
know how that
I
works.
think they have to have the camera on the trailer for that.
It doesn't say on the advertisement though.
Yeah, it's not going to have X-ray vision. What they do is my brother delivers. That's what my brother does for a living. Is he delivers these new camp trailers stuff across country up to Canada and stuff. And not all of them have it yet, but some of the trailers will have that camera on the back of the trailer. So when he plugs it on in, it automatically plugs from there's a camera on the back of his truck for hooking up the hitch, like you see, or use it for rear mirror, whatever. And when you plug in a trailer, it switches. You can switch the camera to the camera to the back of the trailer.
Okay.
But the trailer has to have that technology on it.
You would think so. Alex, how are you?
Alex, I'm at a loss here. Alex, what are you talking about? Electrocuting me when I put the line in. What line? Oh, he's talking about when they cut the no, they didn't put the line in. They were just cutting the brush down around it. No, that all went good. It's all thinned up way on down. And they did leave the brush, like I asked them, because I didn't want to see the campground during the wintertime or during the summertime. I like the leaves, the foliage blocking the campers. So they left that foliage. Yeah, they did a good job. too bad they didn't want to be put on camera. There was nothing to be worried about on there. You wouldn't have been able to see their faces. They were at a far enough distance. And most of the time they were over the hill. You couldn't see them anyway. All you could see was the brush falling over as it was cutting. By the way, that Chevy truck, I do like the looks of that Chevy four-door half-ton pickup. It's a sharp-looking rig.
Yeah, this truck that they've got, it looks sharp. But they just traded a year ago. They got a Chevy Blazer. She claimed she didn't like it.
Okay. Man, I should, one of these times when my brother stops on by, I should shoot a video of his little camper setup that he has. You'd get a kick out of it.
Well, sure.
He has a 4-door pickup and it's like a year and a half, 2 years old now. But when he got it, he figured he'd use the back seat for his sleeper berth, because he's on the road all the time. So he made that into a bed. And, after doing this for a year and a half or 2 years, he was getting tired of, just living in the cab of the truck, for everything. So he bought a camper that bolts up on top of the cab. And his cab had it already had sunlight. So they take the sunlight roof out of there, and he still has that. He put that up in his shop. But then they put this pop-up, it's like a pop-up tent. It's a hardtop pop-up tent that goes up there, and it's pretty good size. So, I mean, he's got that installed in there. He took his back seat on now, so he's got a porta potty that he's got mounted in behind the seat now, so he can use that. But anyway, it's got like a pop-up tent on top of the cab, and then when he's pulling a trailer, that pop-up, it can angle up, so it makes like an air deal to blow the air up over the trailer easier, so it gets a little bit better mileage. It's a pretty sweet setup that he's got, and it's all electronic. Push a button and it all goes. He can open it up. He can raise it on up when he's driving down the road.
Okay, but does he still sleep in the cab?
No, it's got a bed up above.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got his bed's up above now, and that gives him more room for sleeping. A lot more comfortable and stuff. Yeah, next time he's here, I'll shoot a video of it. And keep in mind, my brother's 6'6". So you think if somebody said 6'6" trying to sleep in the back seat of a truck, that's going to have to be crowded. He needed a bigger bed than that.
Yeah, you can't stretch your legs out. That'd even be hard in a semi-sleeper, wouldn't it?
Pardon?
That would even be hard in a semi-sleeper, right?
Oh no, a semi-sleeper, they're 8 feet wide.
Okay.
Yeah, they're 8 foot wide on a semi. So I mean, there's plenty of length on that.
It's a little expensive, but I kind of like my method, Holiday Inn.
Yeah, yeah, but that's kind of expensive if you're doing it year round, for a living.
Couldn't do it year round. No.
Man, unless you need the tax write-off, Brian, a lease is not a very good way to go.
If everything goes as planned, this is the last car I'm going to buy.
Well, I gotta buy one more vehicle for my wife one of these days. Haven't decided what it's going to be. I'm leaning toward. I'd like to get her a minivan again, but and she really liked our last minivan that we had, but she's not wanting a minivan again. And the thing is, a minivan is easy for me to get in and out of. These cars are too low. That her car is hard for me to get in and out of. Yeah, well, Brian, get a new truck every 5 years. At the end of that 5 years, if you use over mileage or different stuff, they can ding you for a bunch more money at the end of your lease, which is a good deal if you need the tax write-off. Nats are getting a little bit busy out here today. Yeah, Brian, make sure you read that contract on the lease and know how that all works. I mean, a lot of people will get a lease and they say, okay, well, this I can go this route on the lease and save myself $150, $200 a month. But believe me, on the end of it, if you use it more than what's anticipated, they'll ding you for it on the end of the lease. So they sell you on the deal. Oh yeah, we can lease you this truck for $250 a month, but you're only allowed to drive it for 300 or 400 miles a month. To keep it within that deal. So yeah, you got to really be careful of a lease.
Yeah. Pam said that we should have at least wanted to make our trip, but I'm well pleased with what we did.
Now, for your trip, if I was going to lease something, I would have leased a car. I would have leased a motorhome, and then and then still stayed at at motels here and there. I didn't know what it costs to lease a motorhome though for a couple weeks or anything.
I don't know.
Yeah, Brian, you need to at least have a 3/4 ton for that. I mean, a half ton will do it if you get the motor and stuff, but you got to make sure everything's working order on the brakes and everything on them. Plus you got to have the complete tow hitch, the sway bars and the easy lift and all that stuff. And I mean, I pulled 35, 40 footers, camp trailers or RV trailers, with half ton trucks and had no problem. But I had all the hookups for it. I mean, I'd be able to pull up over the Siskiyous, running that 400 motor that I had. I was able to pull over the Siskiyous doing 55, 60 miles per hour. But you gotta set them up for that.
Yeah, the thing of it is, Brian, I could go about anywhere I wanted to. You're with a motorhome, you're kind of limited where you're going to park. That would have been that would have been a deal to try to get down there at the Hoover Dam.
Yeah, or if you just want to go through a quick drive-through for lunch or something, that's a pain too.
All right. But when we went to the Hoover Dam, we had to park in a garage, and they wouldn't have had enough clearance.
Yeah.
I'm sure they had parking. I'm sure they had parking for motorhomes somewhere.
Hey Brian, don't they have a 3/4 ton Tundra? Not that I'm trying to tell anybody to buy a Toyota. No, I know that Toyotas make some really good rigs. I
I
just hate the fact that Kyle Busch drives for them. Oh, I bet it was way cheaper, Rosanna.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, if I could afford to rent an RV for a month or something, I'd love to do some traveling. I think that in an RV, in a motorhome or something, where I could stop at will, and stop and spend time, whatever. I think my back could handle a trip like that. But this whole deal of hopping in a vehicle and say, okay, I got to get to a certain destination by nightfall in order to, I can't do that anymore. There's some days that I'll only be able to be in the vehicle maybe 2 hours max.
When we went on that trip to see you, we never knew where we was going to end up that night.
Mm-hmm.
We just drove, and we'd come to a big town and look and say, well, now it's getting close. Do we want to go ahead and stay here or try to hit the next town? Because
Yeah.
a lot of times there's nothing in between.
Yep. And for me to have to force to go to the next town would be pretty tough, on my back situation.
Exactly. And then I don't really like to travel at night.
Yep.
Well, it's not that I'm afraid at night, but you got the animals, and then I want to see stuff. I can't see
Yeah.
stuff at night. So,
Yeah, nighttime you don't know what you're passing up.
right.
Well, I'll tell you what, the most beautiful sightseeing that I ever got to do was when I was driving my dad's truck. Man, I tell you what, when you're up in his was a cab over, and when you're up in those things, man, you get a lot better view than you do in a vehicle.
I agree. I went with my dad. He drove a cab over, and that was pretty fun.
Yep. My dad convinced me that I didn't want to be a truck driver, though.
My dad did too.
That's one time I had some time off from working construction, so Dad says, "Come ahead, go ahead, ride with me. You can drive for half the time and stuff and make the quick trip." Well, we left Reading. I don't know, 2 o'clock in the morning. By 4 o'clock in the morning, my dad got sick. Well, we had to make the lumber delivery down to Bakersfield, California, Northern California down to Bakersfield. Had to be there on schedule. So I made that drive, got on down there, then had to deadhead over to the Pabco plant, sheetrock plant in Nevada. Dad's sicker than dog puking his guts out in the sleeper berth. So I'm the only one that's driving. So I drive over there, pick up the load, and sat there. Oh, geez, I don't know, like 8 hours waiting to get loaded. Get on out of there, drove up to up by Shingletown, California, somewhere. We made that dump, and I was dead beat after 2 nights of not sleeping and one full day at least. So it was close to 2 days. Well, I got on in, and Dad was still deadly sick. I mean, he was miserable. Well, I figured, okay, now I got to park the truck, take some time off. And he was driving for my Uncle Fritz, was the dispatcher. My Uncle Fritz says, "No," he says, you can't take no time off. Your dad's got to stay on home. You got to make a delivery for him. So then I had to drive from Redding, California, up to Prineville, Oregon, with a load. Dumped off the load up there in Prineville, Oregon. Drove all night to get up there. Dumped the load off early the next morning. Then they had me shuttling back and forth between the lumber yard and the railroad tracks. Shuttling back and forth, and about 4 or 5 loads. I did that. Then they loaded me up. Then I had to drive all night long back to Redding. And I think, okay, now I get to go to bed. I'm freaking tired. I've been up for 3 days. Said, no, no, no. You got to go back to Pineville again. So I made that trip. I drove all night, shuttled all day, drove all night to get back. And I tell you what, I get back, and Uncle Chris says, "No, you got to go up to Seattle." I think was the next. And I, no, 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 I'm done. But, I had I didn't sleep for like 5 days. I mean, just drinking nothing but coffee, coffee, coffee. And
Well,
I slept for a straight 24 hours.
did you have the right license?
Yeah, I had a CDL.
Okay. Devil's
Yeah,
Den.
Rosanna, that's where I like to do a motorhome. Then I could take breaks, lay down. I mean, get up and walk around, different stuff. I mean, do it at my pace, at my schedule, and not be strapped to saying, okay, I got to get to a certain place so I can have a motel for the night. I hear you, Brian. I hear you. Oh, did she really, Rosanna? Now, when did your sister live in Shingletown? I built a few houses up in there, some really nice ones. But that was in the later '80s when I built the houses up there. That's some beautiful country up there, Shingletown, going up towards Mount Lassen.
It's pretty over in that area.
Oh yeah, it is.
And going down that coast there in Oregon, oh man, that was beautiful.
Oh yeah, the Oregon coast is the best coast out of Oregon, California, and Washington. It has the most scenery.
I had some great shots.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that Shingletown area. I mean, that's very nice there. I mean, that place is awesome. I mean, they get some nice snow, a lot of deer up there. I mean, a lot of deer. A lot of wild turkeys. Beautiful place. And it's not quite as hot up there, up that upper elevation. It does start in the evening times. The warm air from the valley will start swooping on up, and it does warm up some in the evenings. But it's not. It's still bearable up there. Unlike down in the valley around Redding, man, I tell you what, down at Redding, you get up to 118, 120 degrees.
Oh wow.
Yeah, miserable.
O'Brien said it was 106 the other evening. I was on here.
Yeah, 106 in Redding is about an average summer temperature. And it's probably about an average temperature for down where he's at too. I'll be right back. I got to get me another cup of coffee and some lollipop.
All righty, Chris.
Oh, she lived in Crescent City too. Hey, I got family in Crescent City. Matter of fact, when they had the tidal wave there, my aunt and uncle was living there on a dairy farm down there. They lived not too far from the coast, and that tidal wave, it came right on up and it flooded their dairy farm. Did a lot of damage with the salt water coming into the pasture and stuff, leaving all the driftwood and debris.
It was 104 today. Wow. It's 75 here now. Now it was warmer today. I'll be right back too.
Okay. Another cup of Grizz. Yeah, Brian, the key word is was. Yeah, she didn't live too far from the ocean. She was really close. I mean, that tidal wave wasn't humongous or anything, but it came washing right up the river there.
Chris, you ought to get some of these Jolly Ranchers. You wouldn't have to mess with them sticks.
I've had the Jolly. I don't care for the Jolly Ranchers that much.
Okay.
I'm not impressed with the flavors. I mean, I have bought big bags of it when I can't get the Dum Dums, but the sticks, the biggest part is to me is just the habit. It gives me something to grab like a cigarette.
Right.
So I kind of like the sticks on there.
Well,
Yeah, I think that earthquake was what 61 or 63, something like that. The tidal wave, I mean.
we used to have them Dum Dums up there in the office.
Hmm.
When I go up there, I get a couple of them.
Yeah, but those Dum Dums had legs.
Okay, I missed it.
The Dum Dums up in the office.
Okay, I'm talking about them suckers.
Oh, okay.
But I'd take my knife and cut the stick off. That way I didn't have to mess with it when I was working, you know.
Yeah, I've been to the Crescent City. Is it the lighthouse in Crescent City? You lived a block away? Cool.
Now I don't know about the. Go ahead.
You don't have to cut the Dum Dums off. You can pull them off.
Okay. Now we went through Crescent City, but I don't know anything about a lighthouse because Rosanna, you told me I needed to go down there to catch that other route. Pretty down through there though. I wouldn't want to be there right now, but I wish I had a chance to do that again.
Well, you heard about Lincoln City, Oregon, which that's over on the coast, Lincoln County. They're now saying that if you're white, you have to wear a mask. There's only one or two black families in the community, but black people don't have to wear a mask. White people do.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you?
No. There's Waterbug.
Hey, there's Waterbug.
Check your email.
Come on up, Waterbug.
Check your email, Waterbug. Come on up.
Yeah, that is racist, Brian. I don't get it. I don't know that it's racist. I think it's ignorant.
Well, I believe in that area, I would wear a mask regardless.
I would too, but it seems ironic to make a law, but have a special where certain classes of people are excluded. I mean, if you need people to wear a mask, everybody should wear a mask regardless. If you don't, you don't.
You want to say hi?
But I tell you what, right now, it scares me to death going to town right now. Every time I go into a grocery store, I see all the clerks wearing those masks. I feel like, man, they're going to rob me. And then when you get up to the teller there, and they start ringing it up, you know you're getting robbed.
No kidding. Yes, it is, Rosanna.
And what's making it go to a bad place is the ignorance on both sides. I mean, I see all sorts of people making derogatory comments about Bubba Wallace without knowing the whole story. But people are passing judgment on that whole deal without even knowing the whole events of what took place there. But we all want to be so judgmental without digging down to find the facts. We just go along for the ride. Somebody tells us something and we believe it.
Looky here. Come on up there, Waterbug.
Hey, Waterbug.
Hey, Greg.
Did you have a nice swim?
Yeah. I'm a lot cooler than I was earlier. Boy, it's been hot here.
Did you find your hat?
I done lost 2 damn hats in that damn pond. I keep forgetting about taking my down. What gets me about that is I never leave my trunk down, but I always leave my doggone hat, my cap.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody go fishing one day and pull them up.
Yeah, you'll snag them on the bottom. It's either that or you'll catch yourself a big old catfish and they'll be wearing it.
Yeah, that will be bad, yeah.
And when you lost your hat in that video, it was floating out there.
I thought it was. I was telling Carlos, I think that's my doggone cap. I swam back a little bit. I could have got it.
You should have told your grandson, dive on in there, retrieve it for me.
I know it. He's afraid I was going to pull him in. Hey, Miss Rosette.
Yeah, it looked to me like he got scared when he was giving you a helping hand. He let it go early. He's like, I'm not going to give him a chance to yank me up.
I know it.
I'd get me a couple iron posts and drive in there.
Yeah. Well, the pond dropped, the water level dropped a lot. You know, it's dry and all.
Well, I definitely want to go back there and look at that pond, but I don't want to get in it.
What now?
I said I definitely want to go back there and look at that pond, but I don't want to get in it.
That pond's been there for 100 years, because I know this guy was 96, 97, 10 years ago, and he said they used to swim in and they were boys. He died, but I know it's an old pond. My middle son, he'll swim all the way across that joke and come back. But I say he used to. He might not do it now.
I'd be afraid myself to go swimming in that pond. I'm afraid I'd lose my swimming shorts and then I'd be accused of noodling.
Hey, I've had some old girls out there that lost their clothes in there. But my girls, though, was my boy's girlfriends and all. Yes, every your pond where he visit. I will. He wants to now. I don't make
No.
nobody go swimming.
I'm not going in there, but I want to go back there to it.
Yeah, you can go back there. You know you're welcome to go back there.
Now that pond belongs to your neighbor, doesn't it, or is that on your property?
No, it's on mine.
Oh, okay.
All that property I'll be on, it's mine.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's mine, the damn county. You know how that is. Pay my taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. There's always that.
It's a damn shame you got to pay taxes, but well, I can call the county. I can call the sheriff's department. They will come out here. But they ain't tied up in town with some damn body.
Yeah, that's a nice thing. Body can call the sheriff's department for me too, and they'll show up out here.
Yeah. I know what to say. You been all right, Chris? I ain't seen you lately.
Oh yeah, I'm doing good. A bit busier than heck around here, but doing different stuff. Helped the guy set up his sawmill up towards Cascadia up here, about 15 miles west or east, and then down on River Road, I helped the guy set up a pump on the river to do irrigation with, and that took a little bit of time getting it set up. 300 or about 450 feet of ditch dig, putting the underground wire back there for the electricity and setting up the pump and running the water line to come on back to 450. And
Right.
yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah. Where's old Brad at tonight? Old Canada guy. Y'all see him tonight?
Oh, Brad? No, I
Yeah,
haven't
Brad.
seen him yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen Brad either tonight.
Kim, y'all doing okay? You miss Pam?
Yep. I mowed today.
You done what today?
I mowed,
That's what I've been doing.
and then it rained. We got 2 inches of rain today.
Good Lord. That's what I've been doing all day ever since I started yesterday, and I finally wound it up today.
Yeah, but I got to push all mine.
Yeah. I'm damn sure won't push all of that shit I got to cut.
Oh no. And I was afraid the rain would take over, so I didn't take a break. I stayed right with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna get me a little push lawnmower to cut around the house here. Cause them ride lawnmowers, you can't get up close to everything. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all you need is a good weed eater.
Yeah. I bought what I needed. I know where one's at, but I just hate to borrow somebody else's shit.
Oh no, I don't want to borrow nothing.
I know where one's at right now.
If I had enough area, I wonder how them weed eaters that you push are like a mower, but they're a weed eater.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of them?
I think I've seen the city up here using them on the city blocks and all. I think
Yeah.
I have now. I don't have to shoot. Yeah. I'll go get that dog and grab him and push him in there, but he was way back there behind me. He wouldn't let me get close to him, Bruce. I'm gonna try to grab him, throw him in there. But he wasn't gonna let that happen. My daddy used to say he would rather come face to face with someone who knew guns than someone who didn't. That's right, Roseanne. Well, I mean, Roseanne saying that what Brian said, I guess. Brian, Roseanne was saying that to Brian. I got you.
Well, I was trying to teach my wife how to shoot a handgun, a 357. It was a 357, but we had it loaded with 38. And they had a target set up on the hill over in their yard. Had her shooting it. And she didn't really want to shoot it, but I wanted her to learn how to use the gun. Well, she takes the gun. I says, hold it with both hands. So she holds the hands, and I says, don't jerk the trigger. Pull it slowly. So this is what she does. She goes, it might look better without my glasses. She goes like this here. Close right and everything, turns away. And then she turns to me, she says, did I hit it? I said, yep, you hit it. She said, where? Somewhere on that mountain you hit it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, Grizz.
Yeah, I never tried to teach her anymore. I figured, if she's that afraid of the guns, it's best not to.
Hey,
best not for.
yeah, your Hopper Freight sawmill video that got to 159,000 reviews, ain't it? Grizz?
Yeah, I haven't looked lately. Last time I looked, it was over 150,000. I don't know what it might be 159 now.
59 to 56, I was looking at a while ago.
Yeah, that one took off.
Well, yeah, it did. And I think the last comment that you got on it was just a week or two ago. Somebody commented on it about a week or two ago. I reckon YouTube must be throwing it up every now and then. They'll just chuck it up.
YouTube is still putting out impressions on it. Not like they were, but it's before it took off, my click-through rating was like about 11 or 12% on that. Then as soon as they started sending out all the impressions, even though it got 150,000 views, my click-through rating dropped down to like 3.3%. So that really took a hit. But they were putting it out so much that I was getting tons of views. And now that they're not showing it quite as much, my click-through rate is raising back up. It's back up to about 10% right now, and it's still going on up, the click-through rate on it.
The following year, that's probably when you're going to get a lot of hit on it.
Yeah.
And they'll promote it.
I have another video that I wanted to release Friday, but I'm having a hell of a time. The one of the clips, it's 30 minutes long, that I got to do. I got to go through and cut a whole bunch of it out of it just to save what I want out of it. But for some reason, when I start, it will play all the way through. But as soon as I start cutting it to clip out the parts that I don't want, the whole rest of it freezes up. Now the audio plays on through, but the video won't play. And I've been fighting through that, so I'm hopefully I can get that fixed by next weekend to be able to release it.
That'd be good.
So, what do you use to cut it, to edit?
I use Wondershare.
Windows Share. Okay.
Yeah, Wondershare, Filmora.
Have you ever tried that Windows Movie Maker though?
Yeah, that's what I started out with, was Windows Movie Maker, but it doesn't have near the bells and whistles for editing with.
Well, I bet you're right.
There's a lot more I can do with the Wondershare. Brian, was that on purpose?
Well, my oldest son was going to get a leave to come back. He's on the border down there in Texas. He supposed to get a leave, a pass. Well, it's a leave what it is. To come back first week of July, they won't let him leave the state
I'll be
Oh
for
wow.
because of this virus. So, I won't get to see him. I don't know when I get to see him again. He called me today, told me that he probably won't be in July. I was hoping he'd come in here by the time you get here. Well, you can meet him, Kim.
Well, yeah, I would like to.
But they say that on virus is getting up. I don't know what's going on with it. It just seems like it's jacked up down here in Georgia, Alabama, Florida. It seems like for some reason it's just the damn cases is just spiked for some reason.
Depending on like I was reading on the news the other day that like New York, if I wanted to travel to New York, they have restrictions that from Oregon, California, Washington, all three, and several other states. That if you're from these certain states, that they require that you have a 2-week what's that called?
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Yeah, if you go there, you have to put yourself in 2-week quarantine before you can go to public. And that really puts the hurt on going. So I mean, you might want to check into that, Kim, before you go down to Waterbugs and make sure that they're not going to require. I don't think they will. From where you're coming from with the state, your state levels on the mend going down, whereas other states like Texas is one of the states that are going up.
Well, Alabama and Tennessee. What's going on, Chief? Like Tennessee and Alabama, Florida. Go ahead, Kim.
No, go ahead. What do you think, Waterbug? Is it safe down there?
I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I ain't gonna call it out. You know you're welcome. But I'm just like Grill said, you just don't know, man. But they ain't even going to open up the restaurants down here now for another. They said another 60 days maybe. It's just damn out of baiting as hell,
Well, Kim, what I would do if I was you is I'd go onto the CDC website, to find out about his community, his area, on the whole deal, and see what the I think the CDC has that all reported on and where you would, what you can and can't do. If there's going to be travel restrictions, etc. And travel restrictions coming on back. There might be travel restrictions on you coming back that you want to check that on out too. Because if you've gone into an area where there's a higher rate of the coronavirus, they might put you on restrictions, might say you have to be put in quarantine before you can leave your house again.
My wife, Daddy, he's in Tennessee now. They won't even he's supposed to come back Tuesday. They ain't going to let him come back Tuesday. He lives in Georgia. Because he's caught up with damn quarantine shit.
Yeah, so Kim, I'd be definitely checking on into that before you made before you made the trip.
But now he flew up there. Now he didn't drive a car up there. I think it might be a little different to drive a car. Georgia's got 2,000 new cases today. That's what I was thinking. I thought I heard Misha say that.
Well, we got us some masks, and we'll be wearing them.
Yeah. It's like Chief said, it's spiked over 50% here in South Carolina and Georgia. Yep. Yeah, Chief lives in South Carolina.
But not only do you, when you do that though, I mean, they're giving the statistics just for the whole state there. You got to look at the county statistics. Look at his county, the counties that you're going to be traveling on through. There's that's the part that's more important to you is the locations where you're going to, rather than just the state. Because of course, of areas where it's heavier populated, more people working and stuff, more bars open. Of course, all that plays into factor of how fast it's going to spread and stuff.
But they ain't got no damn bars open here. Unless it's somebody at their house or something.
Yeah, Brian wants to know what county you're in there, Waterbug.
I'm in Hillbend. Hill Bend County. HILLBEN. Hill Bend. Like Hill Bend.
Well, I hope it doesn't interrupt your trip on down there, Kim, because I really looking forward to seeing that vacation with you guys.
Well, I'm looking forward to go.
Oh yeah.
We're going to.
I think you're okay as long as you ain't flying or on a train or on a boat. You can't come down here on a boat from Illinois unless you
Hey.
got some.
It'd be kind of hard to go down that Wabash, you know it.
Yeah.
Now, if you make this trip, Kim, and you do end up with the coronavirus, there is one good thing that could come out of it. You could make a dang good video of blaming it on Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Georgia is Trump country. Alabama, Tennessee.
Okay, Chef, I'll do that for you.
It's Chief, by the way.
Chief?
Yeah, that's cheap.
Chief,
Chief vodka.
thank you for pointing that out. Okay. There you go, Chief.
He's a good fella.
Yeah, I've talked to him before.
So if he gets that leaf, you need to take it down. I mean, it's your channel. You can do what you want to.
Yeah, I will.
That part don't really matter because if somebody you don't want to get it, they already got the link and they can just store it and save it. And still try to pop up.
Yeah,
You're right.
this just makes it harder for him. Hello, Chief.
How about it, Chief?
Hey, how y'all?
We good?
Yeah, here in Carolina, we got almost 32,000 cases. It's considered like a hot spot here in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and Tennessee.
Yep.
And me and Waterbug was talking about this when he was on my panel one night about when they start reopening everything, it's gonna get this way.
Yep.
They was so money hungry, they wanted to open everything up and didn't care about the people. So
You're exactly right.
it's crazy how the world is anymore.
Cases in York County. One above 0 new cases. New cases in York County. Okay.
Hey, Brian, you're pretty good at looking that up. Look up Warm Springs. I don't know what county that is.
That's in northwest Georgia. Warren Springs. That's where President what's his name used to have a place over there. I can't think of that asshole's name.
Do they have the are they making you guys wear the mask mandatory now?
Eh,
Yeah. If you go to town,
Yeah. They was talking the other day, they're gonna make you start wearing them. If you don't wear them, they will fine you.
yeah.
Brian, I don't know what county it is.
210,000 cases here. Brian, you in South Carolina? Well, you can't be in South Carolina because we ain't got
It's not that
31,000.
Warren Springs up there.
Sure.
Warren Springs is gonna be up there close to Manchester, Georgia. Brian. What's going on there, Rank Bastard?
Yeah, like he was saying, that people going around tearing up shit too, and it ain't helping nothing no better, is it?
Yeah. You're right. Hey, Haley.
That is Haley. You in there, ain't you? Yeah,
Yes,
that's
he's
her.
there.
I was saying them old fake accounts, man, follow my ass. You know how they fuck with me. Excuse my language. I
I
shouldn't
know.
have said that. Sorry about that, Kim.
You're good.
You know how they mess with me, Waterbug. Them trolls, man, they
Oh,
love
I'll
to follow
tell
me everywhere I go.
That's the reason I ain't been getting up on your channel, cause boy, you sure have some rascals on yours.
Hey, I warned you, didn't I?
You did. I've been laying off.
Yeah, I used to share Kim out, but I quit sharing him out. No offense, but I don't want him coming over here and messing with him.
No, I know.
They say some of the craziest things I ever seen in my life about people.
Hey, Haley.
Waterbug, what you been up to? How you been doing?
I'm doing all right. Been cutting some grass.
Grizz, I think I got on the panel with you before too when I was over here. How you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Living the American dream, and it's a freaking nightmare.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Kim, you been doing okay?
Doing good. Yeah.
That's good.
What about it in Madison County? Let me see what damn county that is. Let me go on my damn phone. Might help you out a little bit.
Now, see, we never had the virus here. There's only been like a few cases in our county. In the state of Illinois, it's all up towards Chicago. But when they shut the state down, how can they say, oh, just Chicago? They can't.
Somebody
See,
was-
now, what I'm seeing is Illinois and Chicago. I mean, Illinois and Georgia is pretty much has pretty much the close same death rate and outbreak rate. I mean, Illinois has 141,000 cases, and Georgia has 72,000. But I'm sure it's Illinois is more heavily populated. Georgia has 2,700 deaths. Illinois, what was that again? Illinois has 7,048 deaths, so they're really close together on the death count.
Well, that's because of Chicago.
Yeah, because of Chicago. Now, Oregon, we only had 7,000 cases and only 202 deaths.
Okay, so Brian, the computer is saying 6 cases in our county. See, that's not true. There was only 2, and they've been cured. So,
yeah, we've had 712 people die in South Carolina. I think Waterbug's mic's muted. He's talking unless he's talking to somebody else.
No, I'm back. I had my damn mic mute. You're right.
Oh, okay.
It's in the. You're right. It was in Meriwether County, Georgia. Warren Springs is. It's right above Columbus, Georgia. And it ain't showing no cases there. But that don't mean nothing on here. So there you go. About like telling the weather anyway. This virus is crazy.
Oh man,
today.
Take Tim's ranch away. I want to time that sucker on out. He's bragging about his ice cream that he's getting at the ice cream stand. Now he's making me jealous. I want some ice cream, Tim. Get me some ice cream.
What's going on, Tim? You eating some ice cream?
Waterbug, you get any bad weather come to your area today?
Oh hell yeah! About an hour ago, it come up one hell of a storm over
Yeah,
here.
we just got it probably about 20 minutes ago. We're supposed to be getting some more headed this way. It's probably coming your way before it gets to us.
I don't want none of it, but boys, I tell you, it was rough one time here about 6:30 today. It was rough. You seen it?
We had a tornado warning not too long ago.
I've been out there cutting grass all day and went out there jumping in the pond on the last of it and all. But boy, it's been bad.
How many pine cones did you mulch up?
I don't know, Chris. I'm gonna have to change my damn blades out pretty damn soon. Them damn pine cones, boy, I tell you, this is some elevated damn son of a guns.
Oh, they're pretty tough, huh?
They are.
Kim, are you monetized?
Yes.
Have you seen all the guidelines they're changing now on YouTube about certain things you say that you won't be able to monetize your videos?
Yeah, I just clicked it. None of the above. I always have a yellow deal at the end of the stream,
Yeah.
and I hit review, and a couple hours it goes away.
Yeah, I said the F word just a minute ago, and I had to catch myself. Well, it's too late now. Sorry about that.
The worst thing to do is draw attention to it.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to happen. Just continue on.
I got you.
Now, see that doesn't offend me. It offends YouTube. Okay.
Oh, I know
Well, and it don't offend YouTube either, by the way. Chief, let me explain something on that. With the YouTube regulations on these live streams, especially on live streams, but as well as on video, as long as there's no bad language in the first 3 to 5 minutes,
Yeah.
after 3 to 5 minutes, you can get stronger language. It's only in that first 3 to 5 minutes that they're concerned about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not all the way through the video. Of course, they want people to practice self-control and not have it turn into a cuss out stream. I mean,
Yeah, I
of
got to
course, that
start
would be
practicing
a fact,
myself
but-
on that because I spit them out sometimes.
Yeah, I mean we all spit it out, and they don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. When I was working, I was very bad about it.
Yeah.
Talking nasty.
Well, using the F word, you know.
Yeah, I was too.
Working with them dead kids, I mean, I'll tell you what. I'd steal nickel off of a dead man's eyes.
I
It's
used
hard.
to do a lot of stuttering when I'd get around I wouldn't see my mom for 6 months or a year at a time. And of course, your language gets stronger and stronger. Man, I can remember going to see my mom, and I tell you what, I was stuttering a lot. I mean, stopping. I mean, I had to watch myself from fear of my language. I used to cuss worse than a sailor.
Well, since I started YouTube, I've cleaned my act up a lot.
I said
How long you been doing YouTube, Kim?
2009, but
Oh, okay. You've been on here a good minute then.
yeah, but I didn't start doing this until 2017 when I bought my webcam.
I got you. Yeah, I've been on you. I hadn't been on YouTube. I've been watching YouTube for a long time, but I started doing YouTube last October as far as live streams and videos and things like that.
I did too, Brian.
It takes a long time to get your watch time. Once you get your watch time, you pretty much got it to go then.
I'll tell you what, I posted some political videos. I lost about 5 subscribers that first one. But they was all true. I mean, it was news. It was all true.
Yeah.
Well, that's the ironic deal about Republicans and Democrats. If you post something that they're opposed to, they don't want to look at the other side, so they'll just unsubscribe. Both sides do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I posted stuff in the past on the conservative side of it, and I lost Democrat subscribers. I mean, it's like people on either side, on both sides, people like to stay in ignorance and just believe what they want to believe, not reality. They just want to believe what they want to believe. And if you say something that opposes their views, click unsubscribe.
Yep, you're right. But that's what makes American, though. You be Democrat or Republican or independent. You just be who in the hell you are, you know?
Well, I stated a comment on somebody's video as a political deal. I stated a little comment that you know, because the person was talking about free speech and stuff, but they were talking about something political. And I told them that I did believe in, I supported free speech too, and I supported her rights to express her wrong opinions on YouTube. That was a free speech, and I said, I support you to be able to do that. Hopefully, there ain't too many ignorant people such as yourself. Well, I was told by another chatter, another commenter that says people like you shouldn't even be able to be allowed to express their opinion and stuff. So I replied back. I says, well, I said, let me know where you got your shallow mind, because one of these days I might be able to use one.
But Brian, you talking about Columbus, Georgia's got 410 cases, but I'm gonna tell you something. Columbus, Georgia is a big old city. It's got Fort Benning, Georgia's Army base. I think it's the second largest Army base in the United States. But that's a big old place for Columbus, Georgia. That's a big old place there.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're with this virus, and I don't care if Biden was president or if it was Trump. Regardless, no matter, or if it was Obama or George W. Bush, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, you know, businesses do have to open up. You know, people have to be able to get to work to some extent. And when that happens, the virus is going to spread, and there's no avoiding it. And so, which is more, you know, they have to weigh the balance, which is more important. And I tell you what, I'm glad that I'm not in that position to have to make that decision.
Boy, me too. I'm glad I don't have to work.
Yeah, but I'm glad I don't have to make the decision that would affect you on whether you worked or got the virus. You know, I mean, what would you do if you was a politician? And it was up to you to say, hey, you know what? I know certain people are going to die if I open up for work, but other people aren't going to starve. You know, I mean, where's the balance? That'd be a tough call.
I know it.
It's hard to make a decision on it, I guess.
Yeah.
But see, there's not but two people that's had a case here, and they're done. See, I've talked to as far as the hospital here and the doctor's office, there's no cases here.
In your community.
In my county, yes. In my
right.
community.
And that's the same deal here. And that's the same deal here. But could that reverse? Could that turn around and all of a sudden tomorrow you might have 100 cases? Just because our county, we don't have any new cases either. But I'm also very much aware of that right now we don't have it, but tomorrow that could change like that.
Exactly.
I mean, you think about it, you know, if a person came, because we live where a lot of people from out of town come here, you know, to go camping and stuff, and one of them come on down here and they stop at the liquor store and they pick up, they're checking out different bottles, and they might have the virus not knowing it. And all of a sudden somebody else comes along and picks up the bottle right after them, you know, they're looking at it. And then that person passes it on to the next person, and the next person. It can snowball fast.
It don't take long.
But just like that over Chief them lives at, they say that sure enough is a hot spot up there in Florida and Texas.
Yeah. Right in the southern area where we're at, it's a real hot spot here. People don't know, man, they don't wear their masks. They want to get behind each other in a store, you know, and they're not 6 foot apart. They don't care.
Yeah, I went to this damn grocery store about 2 weeks ago, and this guy got right up on me. I said, man, you need to back up. He was a whole lot taller than me, you know. I'm a little short fucker anyway. But he said, I told him, I said, you need to back up, man, because you too damn close on me. And he said, excuse me, sir. And he backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't ever wear a mask when I go to the stores, but I'll tell you what, I do maintain the 6 foot distance. And the way that I do that easily is I go in the hours when nobody else is shopping. You know, and if there is somebody else, I stay way away. You know, as far as I can. I mean, I'm further away than 6 feet, but I never wear the mask. But I tell you what, it's still in the back of my mind. And if I had to go shopping during the busy hours, I would wear a mask, not for my protection, but for their protection, because the mask doesn't protect yourself. All that does is protect you from spreading it to somebody else if you do have it.
You're right, Roseanne. I got you.
No, no, Grizz. You need to wear a hoodie backwards.
You know what? I might try that, but I'd have to cut some holes in it. No. I might be called a racist and a member of the Klan. No. I ain't no Klan member.
Well, what I'm getting at is you wear the hoodie backwards because you scare people regardless.
Hey, Chief.
Yeah.
House.
Grizz. Kim right there. He lives in Illinois State. Kim drove all the way out there to see old Grizz. You believe that? And see Miss Roseanne.
Okay.
Hey, post a link here.
Don't forget Rosanna.
Post a link here again. Iron Dog's in the house.
Yeah, he is. Iron Dog in the house.
But Kim drove way out there to see Grizz and Miss Roseanne. You saw somebody else too, didn't you?
No. I wanted to see Idaho Hillbilly, but we couldn't get hooked up.
I want to talk to Iron Dog. I want to talk to Iron Dog about his ignorance with Bubba Wallace.
Well, I just wanted to stop in with y'all for a little bit. I'm gonna get down from here. We about to get some more bad weather down this way. I hear it thundering out there now.
Okay, Chief. Good to see you, brother.
Y'all stay safe.
I enjoy your channel, you and Haley, okay?
I appreciate it, man. We'll talk with you later, Kim and Waterbug and Grizz. Y'all have a good one.
Hey, thank you for coming up. All you got to do is ask, man.
All right. Thank you for having me. Appreciate you.
Take care, Chief.
Good guy there, Waterbug.
Yeah, he is.
It's now, he lives close to you.
Yeah, he's close to me, but he's in South Carolina, and I ain't never met him in person.
Oh,
I would love to. I'd love to meet him and his family and all, and let get with my family and all. We all have a damn big cookout. But no, I ain't never met him in person, but we would probably hit it off like me and you do, Grizz, and Iron Dog. Iron Dog, you been cooking any biscuits? I'm tired. Okay, I got you, Iron Dog.
Tuckered out, pushing that hot dog cart around again.
There, Grizz. But it took you about a damn week to get out to the Grizz house, though, didn't it?
probably, but we took our time.
It won't take you that long to come down here.
No. But we're going to take a few days. Oh, I told you wrong. It's not going to be until the 13th.
I thought that's what you told me to start with.
Well, probably. But the other day I told you the 12th.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
But I'll be in touch with you before I get there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, y'all welcome to come on down, though.
But we want to go to that Callaway Garden for our anniversary.
Yeah, War Spring and all up in there. Yeah.
It'll be 10 years.
Y'all been hitched 10 years. That's a long time to be together. You know it. That means that's good living, right? I've been with my woman so damn long I can't even keep up with the days anymore. Gotta let her keep up with. I think I know what date we were married on, but I ain't for sure. No, we were married on March 21st, I believe. Or her daddy was out here, and her mama, and my daddy, and all that. Nobody got in no fight though.
Well, that's good.
We all had a good time. And you know, a lot of them people's gone. A lot of them people was at my wedding. A lot of them dead and gone. My uncle. Two of my uncles gone.
Good night, Iron Dog. Thank you.
Take care, Keith.
Good night, Iron Dog. Good to see you, brother. Oh, Iron Dog is a good fella too.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, for a Republican, he's okay.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
You can say that.
That's a thunder right there now. I bought a car on tent. I tore it down. I'm tucking.
Dang it, I think there's a hole in the bottom of my cup.
You know, these cameras sometimes they'll. I've noticed this, and you might have too. I can have a gray shirt on, a light gray shirt on, and it look blue. This here is blue tonight. But I have me a light gray shirt on, and that joker look blue on the camera, on the video. You ever notice that? When the color changes.
Yeah. So what color shirt you got on?
I got a light blue one on that, but I noticed if I wear like a light gray one, 'cause I like wearing light gray ones, I do, outside. And I noticed if I do a video, it'll show up blue, and I won't have a damn blue shirt on. I ain't going in here.
This shirt here,
That's a black one there, ain't it?
yeah, it's black. Can you see that writing?
Yeah, Silver Brothers something, ain't it?
Right. That's from this old house. Pam got me this shirt. And they always want to write all that stuff on the back of the shirt, you know?
Yeah,
So I put it on backwards so you can see it.
yeah. Got the phone number, all that on it. Yeah. But I noticed that about some clothes, some shirts, they're like Grizz. They look like Grizz has got a pink shirt on. Grizz, you got an orange shirt on though, really, don't you? What color is
It's
your
red.
It's red,
It's a red shirt.
but it looks like it's pink to me in this video.
It probably faded.
It could be. What you doing? What you eat? You eat? What you eat, Grizz?
I'm sucking on a dum dum.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have been eating some cornbread or something.
Oh man, that sounds good. I might have my wife make some cornbread when she gets home this evening. That does
What
sound
time?
good.
What time is it there?
It's
6:30.
6:30.
6:30. You still got daylight there, then, don't you?
Oh yeah, it's still plenty light here. We got another 2.5 hours of light.
Damn.
Rosanna said, "Does my shirt look blue?"
Rosanna, it looks see-through.
Yeah. It's a see-through, Rosanna. We just joking with you. 6:34 degrees.
Now they're in the same time zone.
Oh, okay, yeah. Her Grizz, Roseanne, yeah. For Big Steve and all them.
Well, I don't know all what we're going to do, but we'll definitely be wearing a mask when we go down there.
Well, you come down here to the house, you ain't got to wear no damn mask yet.
Not at your house, no.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But like if we go in a restaurant I'll wear
Yeah.
it in there until I sit down, and then when I get ready to eat,
Yeah, I got you.
Sorry, Roseanne. I'm just going to resist that.
What you gonna do? You gonna come through Atlanta, coming down? Y'all gonna go around Atlanta?
well, I don't know how really to go around it.
Yeah.
We'll probably just go right down through the middle of it.
I don't know if I do that now. I'm gonna have to have it on them damn everybody have them damn protesters and shit up there.
Well, they won't be out there on the interstate.
They
I
did here
don't know
about
that.
they did about 2 weeks ago down. They were putting it on the news here to not go downtown Atlanta on 75.
They got on the freeway in Seattle.
I hope it's calmed down. I haven't watched no weather. No news in Atlanta here lately.
Well, eventually, it's got to calm down.
I hope it does.
Tired, won't they?
Huh?
Eventually, they'll get tired, won't they?
I hope they do. I do. I really do.
As long as the Democrat states keep on giving them the stage, they won't calm down or tire down. They'll keep on going as long as the Democrat states allow them.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a sign. Let me go through. I'm a Democrat.
Well, that's all that you go through there.
Well, the funny thing on that, Kim, is the protesters can be Democrats, Republicans. They're everything, but it's the looters and the guys that are destroyed everything. Those people aren't Democrats or Republicans. I mean, they hate everybody. So it doesn't matter if you tell them that you're a Democrat or Republican. They're going to still cause you all sorts of grief.
Yeah, they're gonna do what they're gonna do anyway. You're right.
And those groups of people, they despise the Democrats as much as they despise the Republicans.
Yeah. Well, I'm like Grizz. I don't hate the Democrat. I don't hate the Republican. I just hate people destroying other people's stuff. That's the only thing I hate.
Yeah.
I mean, the way we talk back and forth, that's all there is to it.
Yeah.
Well, we both know that none of us support the terrorism that's going on along with all this stuff.
No. You come to my house, or I go to your house, Grizz, or Kim's house. You gonna give me something to eat, but just don't come to my house or your house or Kim's house and try to just tear up shit. You don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You be good to your fellow friend. Just like Miss Roseanne. I bet you go to Miss Roseanne's house, and she'll probably fix, and she probably don't eat them. She'll probably fix me a damn pot of grits. You know it. And she probably ain't got no
grits, but she took real good care of us now.
I just messing with you, Miss Roseanne.
She had a great time. I just wish you weren't so far away.
I know. I wish Grizz didn't live so far away. I sure would love to meet me a Grizz.
Yeah, I'd love to get back there, Waterbug.
But hey, you like me, you old boy, all that.
Grizz looks just like that on that screen.
That's good there.
But he looks taller than he does on the screen, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. You always welcome, she said, Kim.
I don't mind looking smaller on the screen. That way, if somebody does decide that they're going to come up here and harass me, they'd get a pleasant surprise. or
Yep,
unpleasant surprise.
Well, he's a little bit taller than I am.
Roseanne said I would love me a Grizz and Diane,
Oh,
Deanne to come up here.
we would love to meet you too, Rosanna.
See, that's what I'm saying. There's some good people on YouTube. There are some good, outstanding people.
There he
Do
is.
anything in the world for you.
I'm still mad at Tim. He didn't get me no ice cream.
Yeah, you'll have to get him about that, ain't you? There he
Yeah.
Tim got back. You all right, Tim? Get you something to eat?
He got
He
him
went to the ice cream shop,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he didn't get us none.
Boy, what in the world, Tim? Why you want to do it like that? You ain't going to bring no ice cream back. I bet you brought that wife something back, some ice cream back, though, didn't you? I know, Miss Roseanne, and if we were able, we'd come out there and see you, young lady. I ain't bring Lily out there because Lily loved her some Roseanne.
cherry vanilla. Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it is. Black cherry vanilla. Boy, you talk about getting your sugar up. I get you sugar.
My daughter bought some of that black cherry. It's a black cherry cream cheese ice cream.
Oh boy.
Boy, it is. Oh man, it is delicious.
That's what when you and Miss Pam come down here, I'm gonna make sure that Lily and her mama comes out here and meet y'all too. Kim,
We're gonna have fun.
yeah, you're gonna have fun. But I told Lily the other day, I was watching one of your videos. I told Lily, I said, that guy right there is gonna come up here and see us. And she said, Pop, I want to meet him. I said, well, you don't want to meet his wife? She said, yeah, I want to meet my friend's wife. She already called you her friend. You know what I'm saying?
Waterbug, I think when you take Kim to the pond, I think you should push him in.
No,
I ain't gonna do that. I don't do that to nobody. I ain't gonna do it. No.
code get me back out of there.
Hey, I have a time getting out there. You know, I ain't gonna put. No, I ain't gonna do that. No, I ain't gonna do that to nobody. I only do that. Yeah.
Now, you'll have to admit that if Kim was willing and you could stage it to do that, it would make a good video.
Yeah, it
Oh,
would.
yeah. Yeah. But we ain't gonna do that, Chris. Your imagination, Chris, your imagination is running away with you tonight. You need
Hey,
to quit drinking.
Waterbug, I'd let you push me in for a video like that.
Well, I figured you would. But them dum-dums got your imagination running wild tonight, ain't they? How much alcohol's in them dum-dums?
Yeah, the dum-dums are doing it. They're making me smarter.
Okay. I'll just cut that with you. I was in here watching that damn video the other night about you putting your shelter up. Then she was over here. She said, you watched him kill again, Papa? I said, yes, ma'am. I always call it yes, ma'am. She said, he the one gonna come and see y'all, you and Nana? I said, yeah. She said, my friend gonna bring his wife? I said, yes. So I told her, I said, do you want to meet him and his wife? And she said, yes. Papa, I want to meet them. So I promised her I was going to, if y'all come, I promised her that I'm going to call her mama and her mama going to come out here. She's at Fort now. She'll wear my ass out.
How old is she?
She's 7. She's 7, and she's gonna be 8 in October. I think that's right. But she's wide damn open. It's Carson's sister. She stays over here with us sometimes during the night. I mean, during the week they working or something. They won't go on a date or something. I tell her just leave her over here. She's just spending the night over here. She's a damn good youngin.
Oh, I know how to swim.
Somebody said you didn't know how to swim.
I know how to swim.
All 3 of my brothers taught me how to swim. One push at a time.
I taught myself. We went to a gravel pit back then. You get out there too far, you'll learn real quick.
Yeah, you will. Well, what about my birthday is in October? I think her birthday is I think her birthday is October the 18th. I believe it is. Brian. I believe that's what her birthday is. I was up there today. She was born at the hospital. Them damn kid boys out there. But kiss. Yep, I do too.
I sink when I swim. Well, I float.
That's about the way it is with me. But we never had a swimming pool when I was growing up. We always went to the river. I went to a pond or something like that and went swimming.
My wife and daughter's back.
Bye.
Rosanna, I don't want to tell on you, but you're older than 45.
My birthday is in October also, and I'm going to be on my favorite age, 45. Okay, then. There you go.
Hey, I was taught to never call a woman a liar.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not calling her a liar, but I know better.
You didn't fall out of the old pumpkin tree last night, did you, Kim?
No.
I've seen some doggone women is like 65 and 66. They look young. Look for their age and all.
What, Kim? I thought we were friends.
You are. I didn't call you nothing. I'm 63.
I'll be 42.
Bass said he's 27.
Yeah, I see that. Yep.
There you go.
I'll be 67. That's a good age, Roseanne.
October 1st.
They say wine gets better as it ages. I think women folks is about the same way. 9:50 p.m. the first. Your birthday's on October the 1st. Well, this month is about gone. Y'all know it. Old June's about gone, ain't it?
Pretty close. We got 3 more days.
It'll be doggone 4th of July pretty soon.
He'll be here and gone.
Are they going to have fireworks this year? They're talking about no fireworks, in this area.
No, they ain't gonna have none here.
We're going to have here. But who knows? I'll be right back.
I don't like going to the fireworks shows anyway. Too many people.
Okay, Kim. Yeah, I don't care nothing about that bull crap. Going to fireworks. I used to enjoy it when I was young. Those fireworks here at all. Yeah, I don't care nothing about that stuff.
I'm not too much into them anymore. I don't like staying up that late for the first part. Second of all, I don't like being around all them people.
Nope. Even before the virus come along, I don't like to be around a bunch of people anyway. I'm about like you, Chris. Get me the hell out of town.
Yeah. Hello, hon. How was the lake up there? Is it dropping or is it still full?
Daniel got a picture. It is higher than ever.
We had a lot of rain.
And the Kokanee Bridge is all the way up to those pillars. That's
Whoa.
how high it is.
Was anybody catching up there?
No.
Was there anybody fishing?
Yeah, there's a lot of people.
But nobody was catching, huh?
No.
What you do, go fishing, Grizz?
What's that?
Nobody was catching
What you do,
fish.
go fishing today?
No,
Wow.
I did it. My wife just took a trip up to Green Peter and checked out the dam and the fishing hole. Said nothing but.
She said there was only one person, but it came off the hook.
Oh, okay.
That's
Okay.
It's getting late. It's kind of getting late in the season to be catching kokanee. They're slowing down the biting on that now.
Okay. Hey, Miss Grizz.
Hi.
She's
Hi,
a pretty
Grizz.
lady, Grizz. Grizz, that's a pretty
Grizz.
lady.
Hi.
Yeah,
I don't know.
we didn't go to fireworks last year, but when we go, we sat in the car. There's a lot of people, but they can't get up to you, you know.
Right.
Rosanna saying hi.
What?
Rosanna saying hi.
Hi, Rosanna.
Hey, Deanna.
Hi.
When they used to shoot them off right north of our house. We could sit here in the backyard and look at them, but now they built a new school, so they shoot them off over there.
They shoot them up. They shoot them off over the lake, and if we hike up to the top of the rock up here behind our place, we can see them.
No, we
But
didn't.
that's a long hike.
You said we.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can see them. They're just a long ways off.
Oh, I thought we couldn't see. You had me drag my chairs all the way up there.
Yeah, we got all the way up there. The fireworks only lasted that. We went through all the work to climb up to the top of the hill up here so we could sit on the rocks and watch the fireworks at nighttime. And we packed up a picnic and stuff to drink and stuff. And we was all ready to spend a half hour up there watching the fireworks. That year that we decided to watch them up there on top, the fireworks lasted about 10 minutes, and then it was over. Like that sucked. All that work to climb all the way up there. That's not an easy climb to get to the back of our property.
oh no,
I bet you it ain't.
it's not an easy climb to get from your log sawmill up to your back door.
I know. Just think what it is like to get up on top of them rocks that you've seen up there.
And the poison oak you'll get.
Yeah.
What you do? Live on a hill, Grizz?
Yeah, it's a slight hill. We only have about a little over 6 acres, and from the front to back of our property it's like 600 feet. And
Yeah.
in that 600 feet, the elevation difference from the front of our property to the back of our property is about 400 feet difference in elevation.
Good Lord.
Yeah, it's not, it's a heck of a hill.
Damn.
The kids can.
Yeah, what you guys see on my place, that's just a shelf on the property. And in that shelf is still, what, 10, 15 feet of elevation difference.
Yeah. Your daughter just holler at you, Grizz.
No, that was
no.
my wife here.
Now I'm talking about on chat. Your daughter just said something to you on chat.
Oh, there she is. Hi, Pumpkin.
I just posted her link. 36 supporters.
Angela, click on that link if you want to get up here.
No, that's her link.
Oh, that's her link. Oh, okay. I thought that was the StreamYard link. Okay.
If she wants to, I'll give it to her.
I don't know if she wants to or not. That's up to her.
You might want to.
Hey, Grizz, I just subscribed to her channel. I know I shouldn't have said that, but I did.
What do you mean, is Grizz a hillbilly there, Brian? Of course I'm a hillbilly. I'm an Oregon hillbilly. I got to get her icon changed. We'll get a picture of her on there.
Now I gotta figure out how to use mine again. My stuff. I'm so confused.
Every once in a while, right north of us, we hear firecrackers or something going off.
Tonight?
The ball then.
Yeah, I did
Oh.
tonight. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Brian, you better feel awful lucky that you got her in because I'd be timing you out otherwise.
Yeah, you got a sweet family, Grizz.
Yeah.
I have a picture I will pick out for it. Already picture of me and my dog. That's good. That's good.
Well, maybe I can get this evening, Angela. We can get on your phone and maybe I can get that set up on there for you.
That's what it's all about. Just a good tight family. You know it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take nothing from my family.
Hey, Tim, you know what really works for those bottles? If you ain't got bottle rockets, but if you can get a cherry bomb, get yourself a wrist rocket to launch the cherry bombs with. Man, you can have a lot of fun with those, especially shooting them up over the neighbor's house or something.
Oh my gosh.
We used to do that with cherry bombs and M80s. We'd launch them up over the high school. And it would shake and rattle the windows.
There went one right now. There's another one. Man, there's all kinds of fireworks going. I can hear them. I can hear them now sitting here in the house.
They were just setting up the fireworks stands yesterday here. Imagine they were open for business today.
I don't know if they're fireworks or they're just setting off. They're probably fireworks.
Yeah, Roseanne up in Washington, you can. There's a lot of reservations up there and a lot of good places to get a fireworks there. Here, if I wanted to get some of them fireworks, I'd have to go over to other side of Warm Springs Indian Reservation on the other side of the hill. Yeah, that's about an hour and a half drive to get on over there. And then they're pretty restrictive to who they sell to. Oh, they've been selling for a week already up in Lebanon. I didn't realize that.
Those cars in that load are wicked. Right.
You know, my battery's getting pretty low, Kim.
Oh, you can't plug it in.
Oh, everything's plugged in already. It's just out here. For some reason, this plug-in doesn't give enough power to it.
I tried to use that one, but it's too much work on it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but you're not in the. You don't have near the fire hazards that we got here either, Rosanna. Although this year here, things are wet enough where I don't think it's going to be an issue for fires this year.
Never know.
Maybe later on in the summer it will be, but it's still pretty wet out here.
No, you don't need to get in there. No, get out of there.
Boy, my backyard looks a lot better than it did a year ago.
You try shut your damn mouth.
Yeah, go get the baby chicks and show them, yeah.
Oh, that's your dog, ain't it?
Yeah, my wife was throwing the ball for stir fry.
I thought I was damn cutie pie in here.
And now she likes to get, anytime I'm on the camera and stuff, she likes to get the dog riled up and barking.
Okay.
We have a big fire going in the mountains here in my country. Oh, wow.
Already, Brian? Already start the fires. Fight the fires there, man.
Yeah, I seen on the news where they said there was a big fire there somewhere out west. That's out there where you at, Brian.
He's in California.
That's what they said was out west. And that was on the Weather Channel now. That damn Weather Channel, that blows bullshit too.
Here, check out these baby chicks my wife picked up at the store the other day.
Hang on. I'm trying to wash the potato factory off my collapses. Here.
There they are.
Damn.
Yeah, cute little cuties, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, where's the skewer stick? I'm ready for some shish kebabs.
No. No. I think these ones are either red, but I'm not sure. Okay, baby. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're a little bit. This one's hard, really fluttering big time. They're probably nervous about being outside again. Here, go ahead and take them back, put them inside. His heart is really fluttering big time.
They get scared easy.
Yeah.
They get scared.
Don't want her having a heart attack.
Oh, here's the other name.
How
Grizz,
many acres does it burn, Brian?
y'all got a bunch of locust trees there.
Yeah, we got it over here, not behind me. There's no black locusts here behind me, right over here. Over where they were cutting the power poles and stuff over there, or clearing the power right away. Got a whole bunch of black locusts over there, but not right here.
Yeah.
This is all filbert and Doug fir and blackberries and Oregon berry and all sorts of stuff behind us here.
But the locust wood, that's one of the hardest wood there is, ain't it? I mean, it's about
It's
the hardest.
a hard wood. Yeah, it's a good hard wood, and what's amazing is how fast it grows.
Well, does it cut good on your chainsaw, on your sawmill? It cuts hard.
I haven't tried cutting any yet with the black locust with the sawmill. I couldn't tell you on that.
Okay.
Our black locust that we have over there, our biggest one's maybe 6 or 7 inches on the stump. It cuts easy with the chainsaw, but when it's
Yeah.
green. But it's too small for me to put on the sawmill.
Right.
I would like to get some black locust to run on the sawmill and see what it's like.
I bet that'd be some pretty wood.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with black locust because it makes great for fence posts. What I'm reading on it and what I've seen in pictures of black locust boards, it makes them pretty wood.
Yeah.
And it's fairly fast growing too. So
Okay.
and they say it makes a really good firewood.
Does it blow over, Ruthie, in a high wind?
It doesn't. They don't have a real good root system, so yeah, they do blow over fairly easy.
See, that's the problem with a fast-growing tree.
Yeah,
They're small and they get tall, and then they blow over.
Pecan trees the same way. They grow fast, but they'll blow over easy.
yeah. A friend of mine had some, and I didn't have the sawmill at the time, but a friend of mine in town had 3 black locust trees, and they got to be about, I'd say they were about good 14 inches on the stump at least, and they blew over in a storm. I would, if I had the sawmill, I would have loved to run those through the sawmill, but he ended up burning it. He liked it for firewood.
Yeah. Kim's right though about that. Them fast growing trees like pine trees and pecan trees, some of them trees like that, they'll blow over easy.
Yeah. Well, Tim, you have some experience with it. I mean, is the locust, is it any harder than oak when it's dry?
I don't know about that there, Grizz. But you asked the Tim's out, okay.
Yeah. My sawmill doesn't have any problem with with cutting seasoned oak. It cuts it just fine.
What's going on, Stray?
Welcome back, Stray.
You're welcome. Come up, Stray.
I just always wondered about that. Had you ever cut any locust tree?
Yeah, I would like to. If I had known now what I knew then, 30 years ago, I would have planted a bunch of locusts up on the property here. Right. Now, if I plant a bunch, it'll be too long before it's ready for me to cut. I'll be too old to cut it.
Yeah, you probably like me. You probably in the ground. Tim said yes.
Oh, you'll see sparks when you cut it with a chainsaw. Okay.
Okay. That's how damn going hard it is then. It's a dry end. It's dry and you can cut it at night with a chainsaw and you see sparks. Okay. That makes sense.
I do know it makes some good fence. I did cut some for fence posts for my garden, some of the locust trees that I had that were in the way. And they were about 6-7 inches on the stump. And they make really good fence posts.
Well, Kim, you were in that lumberyard and all. Did y'all have much oak wood, y'all boards? Y'all mostly have pine, about like it is here, pine.
We got
It was
mainly Doug fir here.
It was called spruce pine fir, is what we got. It was a mixture.
Right.
Most of it was spruce.
That's about what they got down here now. The locust.
But it came out of the north. A lot of it come out of the north.
Oh, okay.
Now the yellow pine, it comes out of the south.
Okay.
Southern yellow pine,
That's what we got down here, that southern yellow pine.
right? And
It-
they don't treat whitewood like the treated wood that you get is southern yellow pine. For some reason, the spruce won't take the charge,
Okay.
so they don't
Yeah.
even try it.
I hate milling pine with a passion. I won't even mill pine anymore at my sawmill.
Yeah,
The-
pine.
The spruce will fuzz on you a lot when you cut it.
Yeah, the spruce will, but the pine, man, when you're cutting, it starts like I cut it into like a the 6x8 and 2x whatever. I cut it into a beam type of material, but as soon as I start trying to slice it down into 1x boards, it pops, it splits. I mean, it's just hard to work with.
Yeah.
It will do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you take a 2x4, and we used to make a lot of 2x2s. And we'd take the 2x4s up there and rip them down to 2x2s, and just like a watermelon, when you push it through there, it just pops.
Pop, yep.
And then it's crooked, so they don't
Yeah.
want it, so you gotta go get another one.
That's what I was thinking too, dude. Pop these pine trees. We cut them on a sawmill.
Yeah, Tim, I haven't cut anything here yet where I needed to use any kerosene for the lobe. I haven't run into that yet. I mean, so far, most of everything that I cut, all I got to do is get run some water. And if it does get a little bit pitchy and starts collecting on the blades, just add a little bit of dish soap, of cheap dish soap. And it cuts it right off.
My mom used to have them Japanese silkies, Grizz.
Yeah, this one we got, it's kind of cute. And I'm hoping it breeds with we have that one naked neck. I think, I can't wait to see some of the baby chicks, with the cross between the silky and the naked neck. That's going to make a heck of a funny looking chicken.
Sounds like it. But them Japanese silkies, they're white feathers and they got black underwear.
Oh, well, yeah, the silkies do have all black skin.
Yeah.
Now, the silky that we have is kind of a reddish blonde color type of, but there's a lot of them that are white and stuff. But the silk, I don't know if ours is a Japanese silky or what it is, but they are. I've seen a lot of pictures of them white, but a lot of them, there's a number of them that are different colors.
Oh, that's a good idea, Tim.
Yeah, easy out. I'll have to remember that when I break my planer on out and use it.
Stray said he's sick and he wants his mommy.
I hear
He's
you,
got
buddy.
the coronavirus.
Well, I hope it
I know what makes him sick. He's not careful about who he brings up on the panel with him. He probably caught the coronavirus from one of them yahoos that he brings up on the panel with him.
Yeah, boy, you did quit. I did quit. Song with for my color for the color. Play with Cupid. Ruby Cupid again.
Yeah, we'll have some videos on that pumpkin.
How's that greenhouse come along?
It hasn't come any further, but I just got a bunch of windows for the walls. And my brother's going to deliver them probably in the next week or two. Then I'll be able to get the walls done. Then I got to get the stuff to put what I'm going to put on the roof. Doing it with as little money as possible.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah, Tim, that's right. Trey, did you eat at Ruby Tuesdays again?
No, Tim, I never again will.
What, girl? What? You want grandpa? No, you wouldn't play. I ain't going to play ball. You'll start yapping and barking. No, we ain't playing now. We ain't going to play now.
My brother-in-law said that old shed that he had, he said, I very seldom ever went in there. But he said, now, when I go buy that new shed, I got to open it up just to look at it.
Yeah. Oh, no, Brian, if I get another stimulus check, well, I got plans for it.
I hope we get one. I'll pay for our trip down there.
We're probably gonna get a Nova.
I won't turn down free money, but I wish they'd get cracked down on a little bit more than what they did.
Well, you know, they said there was a lot of dead people that got checks.
Yeah, and that was Trump's fault too.
Well, I'm not saying it was Trump's fault. I'd say it was the government's fault.
I think it was Nancy's fault, to tell y'all the truth.
Well, it could have been, but you wouldn't have had a check if it hadn't been for her.
You wouldn't have had a check it wasn't for Trump. Because he had to sign it.
Well, he didn't sign mine.
He didn't sign mine either.
No, I come in. Actually, it didn't come to me. It came to Pam.
Yeah. I just met with you, Tim.
You can do that.
Well, I don't care who signs it as long as I get it.
There you go, Brother Grizz.
Are you cold, Grizz?
Yeah, it's starting to get a little bit chilly out here.
Oh, wow.
What's the temperature?
Oh, it's probably about 72. No, I'm just kidding. Let me go look. I'm kind of curious myself.
No, that's
I imagine it's in the low 60s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't going to get the check every now and then like that. Might be kind of walking a little straighter, you know it. You get enough money in your pocket, you know you can walk a little straighter, you know. I ain't talking about straight, but you know you will walk a little straighter. Get enough money in your pocket.
That helps.
It does. What they call it, the damn movie, Billy Bob plays in. Some pocket change in my pocket. So walk around money. Sling Blade, I believe that's the name of that movie. I seen where Ellen opened for Clint and the bunch boy are gonna catch up in this sex trafficking mess. You probably right, Tim.
You know, I don't use much money.
No, I don't either.
My money goes into direct deposit, and I pay off the credit card. I use my credit card as much as I can.
Tim said he like his some folding up money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
I make this trip, water bug. I'm gonna buy new tires for the car.
You gonna buy them before you leave? You gonna buy them when you get
No,
back?
I'll buy them when I get back.
Okay.
That'll be about 1,000 miles more. And then,
I think I've looked it up, and it's about 730 something miles from where you at, where I'm at.
yeah,
I think I googled it up. That's what it said. If you was walking, they had on. It's funny how you Google that stuff up. They'll tell you how many days it takes you to walk it, ride a train, fly, or drive a car. You know, it's funny how they damn Google boy tell you direct how to do it. You know what?
huh? I never seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it. I Google it and I say how many miles, how long it takes. They ask you, you're walking, you're driving, or you're flying. There's a few other things. But it's amazing the different ways you can travel from where you at to here.
Well, I'm not gonna be walking.
Well, I ain't gonna be walking.
I'm not gonna be flying.
No, I know that.
I'll be driving.
But I mean, it's just funny how Google got that stuff. Google got that stuff figured out. If you're walking or riding a bike, I think they even had on there riding a bicycle and stuff. They got that stuff down to a T.
Running around the 1st of July.
Well, y'all know y'all welcome. Come on down. I think she meant to say Kim. I hope he does. Miss Roseanne. I think she meant to say Kim instead of Tim.
We'll do something.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get in trouble. You know how we are.
We're not gonna get in trouble, but we are gonna make some videos.
Yeah, we're gonna make some videos.
I got me a little better laptop now, Rosanna. That one that I had at your house was pretty sad shape.
I'm what I done. Chris.
Yeah.
Okay, I was just thinking you still in here. I didn't know if you had your mic cut off or what.
What was that?
I thought you had your mic cut off. I was ready to holler at you.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not cut off.
How much is y'all's gas out there a gallon there, Chris?
What's that?
How much is y'all's gas a gallon now?
I filled up yesterday. It was $2.27 a gallon.
It's less than $2 here.
Oh, wow.
The last gas that we bought was in Benson for $2.19. I think it's $2.25 here. It's always a little higher here than it is across the river.
Yeah.
It don't have nothing to do with the river, it's just the town.
Right. I keep food with Tyler.
So, Tim's World, what do you use to look at the live stream here? Just your phone?
Coffee's running right through me.
Oh yeah.
They're out somewhere.
Yeah, coffee. I drink this damn coffee. That's what I'll be doing all damn night. It's worse than the damn beer is. I use my phone for everything. So Brian, you on your phone now, or you on the computer? Brian J.
I think he uses his phone. And Tim World uses his phone.
I'm on a laptop, but now I got a TV screen right there. Y'all can't see it, but I can see it. I got the damn laptop sitting here, just pointing toward me, and I look over to the screen.
So you got your laptop plugged into your phone somehow, or to your TV. Can you see the screen on the laptop at the same time?
Yep, I'll see the screen on my laptop and the TV at the same time.
Okay.
They both been secure together.
I bought a wire somehow so that if we took pictures of stuff, I could put them on the TV in the hotel room. But I don't know how I did it, but I did it at the time.
Right. I use my phone for everything. I do everything on my phone. Yeah, okay. I see you was on the phone now. Okay. Brian J. My dear Rosette, I'll come by train. But I can see a lot better having it on the TV and all. I mean, I got this phone. I can look at it on the phone too. But ain't no sense in me looking at that damn little phone. I can look right here.
Yeah. Tim, that would be kind of fun. Tim, plan on that. Plan a train trip next summer, and we'll get Howie planned in on it. So we can get Howie, you and your wife, and we'll all meet at Rosanna's, and we'll have a good time. Maybe we can get Howie to come on out there by boat. He can take us all out fishing.
Hello, Chris.
What's going on there, brother Chris?
Uh-oh, what did he do, Tim?
But that's why I was thinking though, Kim. Yeah, when y'all come down here.
Hey, Chris. What did Tim do to Howie now?
Well, I say if y'all come down here, it's an easy ride down here. It ain't gonna be no problem. But I was gonna go to your house. I was gonna go up there where y'all live at. I was gonna go by Fort Campbell, Kentucky, because I was stationed there for many years. I was gonna go by there and spend a little time out there on that base. But I'm gonna still go up there and live. To me, that's a pretty place up there on Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Clarksville, Hawkinsville, Kentucky, and all. Tennessee, I tell you what, Tennessee got some pretty country up in there.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you, Tennessee's one of the most beautiful states there are.
Well, it just depends on
Somebody damn phone going off.
It just depends on what you're looking for. I really enjoyed going across that desert now. No, I don't want to live there. I didn't lose nothing there, But that was pretty going across there with them big rocks. I like that. It's different.
Yeah.
Never
It is.
been there before.
It's pretty out west. I mean, I ain't been out damn California and I don't want to agree with them, but I've been out to Texas all but we were in our dog train the other day cut up. Yeah.
Wow. That's something, Tim.
Western Tennessee.
Are you sure that's the same Howie?
I don't know because the Howie I know, he's really calm and
Well, there's been somebody, I'm not going to give no names, but they do like trolling other people's names and pretending to be somebody else. So I wouldn't say that was Howie for sure, but I wasn't in the chat either, so I don't know.
That's right. I don't even get on that live stream much in damn more because that bull crap.
oh, there's Chris.
Yo, everybody.
Hello, Chris.
What's going on, Chris?
Hey, Grizz.
Hey, Chris.
Bug. So I figured it out, right? Since I'm not white, I'm peach. I'm not racist. I'm safe, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I had to do it. So how's everybody doing?
Doing good.
I can only pop on for a few minutes because it is almost raid time, and I never miss raid time.
Okay.
I never miss raid time, and I never miss dinner. It's always nice when they line up, too. Let me fix that.
I don't know about you, Tim.
That's a good one, Tim.
And I got to tell you, East Tennessee, especially the part that butts up to North Carolina, that is some beautiful country. Going up through going up through Virginia, man, it's beautiful. Now the lightning bug's out. Oh yeah, it's nice.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay, Grizz.
So Kim, I had a question for you. I watched one of your videos. Were you driving by protesters in your local area?
Oh, well, it was uptown.
I have a question. I know you're a Democrat. I have no problems with that. You're not a Marxist, are you?
A what?
A communist.
I don't think so.
Okay, good. Well, because BLM they're Marxists, and I was just making
Okay,
sure.
here's the deal. Okay, to answer your question, since they was uptown, I just drove up there and watched it.
And just
And
said,
got
hey,
a little bit on the film.
okay, that's
I'm
cool.
not backing them. I'm not supporting them.
I was just curious. I just saw it on your video, and I didn't know what your feelings were.
Well, actually, I think it was a bunch of crap myself.
I agree 100%.
But I thought, well, if I can just drive by and film it and put it up and make a video, I got more crap by putting the news up there about
Really?
Trump. Oh my God.
Yes, it'll be the Orange Cheeto Man versus Robo Joe.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun election.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be not much to it.
Well, here's what I don't understand with this BLM thing, right? So, first of all, it's disguised as Black Lives Matter when it's actually Marxism matters. Because if you're going to sit there and tell me it's about Black lives, you're an idiot, and you shouldn't have any business talking. Because tearing down statues of Jesus, tearing down statues of George Washington, Ulysses S. Grant, that's not about Black lives. That's about communism. That's tearing apart the country. And I really do feel like it's communism versus capitalism. And I don't think there's problems with capitalism. There's definitely problems with it. But there are way more problems with Marxism than there are with capitalism. At least that's how I feel.
Well, the way I feel about it is I think it kind of sucks when people get the two confused about the protesters versus the looters.
Yeah.
There's a huge difference there. And it seems to me like everywhere you turn, especially on YouTube, so many of the people making the videos can't tell the difference.
I can tell the difference, Grizz, but like I was talking to ABL Anthony Brian Logan there, who's ironically an extremely black, extremely big conservative, but that's neither here nor there. And I brought up the point to where, okay, so if only 5% of the people in protests are the looters and the problem causers, why are the other 95% of the other protesters not turning around and saying, stop this crap, go home, or stop this crap, not in my town?
Well, that,
Because usually what's happening is there's two different groups there. You have the daytime groups and the nighttime groups. And the daytime groups, the peaceful ones, they've already gone on home. As soon as that stuff, they just leave. Which is probably the right thing for them to do on their part.
I have no problems with protesting. I think protesting is what makes this country as good as it is. Everybody has the right. The minute you lose the right to protest, you've lost a huge part of being an American. And we need protesting. But don't pander to the 5% that are looting and burning and giving them their way. Because that's exactly what they're doing. Pulling Aunt Jemima off the shelves. How is Aunt Jemima racist? Especially when her own family is pissed that they pulled her off the bottle. Her descendants are mad they did that. They didn't want that done. The Uncle Ben's guy. How is the Uncle Ben's guy racist? He looks like an average black guy in a suit and tie. I mean, or in a bow tie and a suit. What's racist about? There's nothing racist about these things. So,
Tim, I'll see you later. I gotta go do something.
okay, Waterbug. 1900 Homestead. I put your link up there if anybody would like to check her out.
Yeah, that's Brenda. She has a great story about her homestead too. I mean, it's an awesome story. She's a great lady.
open link.
Good
in your
channel to
tab.
subscribe to, y'all.
Done. Only takes a second.
Yeah, I wasn't for them or against them. It was just, that's only like 3 blocks from my house. Where they,
Really?
yeah. I can walk out my front door and see the courthouse from here.
I don't know if I'd want to live that close to a courthouse, man. That seems like a dangerous place to be.
Well,
I mean, nothing against where you live or anything like that. It just, man, I just don't know if I'd live that close to a courthouse.
you got to keep everything locked up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, then you got to keep everything nice too, don't you? Because you're so close to the courthouse, they'll be up on your butt if like you don't get your grass mowed. You know.
Well,
Right.
that's the whole town. If you let your grass grow too long, they'll come cut it and charge you for it.
Really?
Yeah, they won't mess around.
And I did like your protesters, Kim, because I don't think I saw a black person in your video that was protesting
There's
for
one.
BLM. There was one.
There's one.
It's like, where's your black guy? Oh wait, hold on. He's in the John. He'll be right back.
He was standing right next to that one girl.
That was screaming Black Lives Matter.
I'll tell you what I find to be frustrating about the whole deal, Chris, is so many people have lost focus about what the protest is supposed to be about actually on both sides of the issue. And the real issue isn't about black lives or anything else. The real issue is about police abuse. You know, and everybody's lost focus on that because they're getting distracted with both sides, the radicals on both sides, and they're getting distracted from the focus of we have a real issue with police abuse here, and everybody's losing focus on that.
Yeah, I know. Their protest got hijacked. Is what happened.
Exactly.
Which happens a lot. It does happen a lot, and you know, I don't know. I do think the whole defund the police thing. Do I think the police maybe? Yeah, I mean, look at what they do to the mentally disabled people. They have no idea how to handle the mentally disabled. They just throw them in jail. You know, there's been lots of disabled people that have gotten killed by the cops because, you know, they freak out and they do something that they're not expecting. And I've taught at many mentally challenged schools, and one of the problem is they don't know when to stop. Like they don't have that off switch. So when they start freaking out, it keeps evolving. It doesn't de-escalate. You have to know how to de-escalate them because they won't do it on their own. So that's the big problem. Is I do think that cops need more training in handling the mentally disabled, handling homeless, and they need to not jump to such excessive force when it's not necessary. And they do tend to do a little bit more than they should a lot of times.
I tend to focus more on what the real problem is, and the real problem isn't training or any of the above that everybody's addressing. The real problem is the police unions that make it just about impossible to get rid of a bad cop. So the way they get rid of them is they lay them off and send them to another police department, so that will be their problem instead of theirs. And then these bad cops just keep on getting passed around because it's so difficult to fire them. I think we need, instead of addressing what the police force's training is and everything, I think they have good training. But you can't train a bad cop to be a good cop if he doesn't care. And so they need to make it a lot easier to get rid of the bad cops without passing them off to another police department. And sort of fixing that problem, there is no other fix.
Well, Grizz, I'll tell you too, man, just like how no area is the same when it comes to the people in it, not all the police departments handle things completely different. I mean, they may have similar training techniques and similar unions, but the way they execute. Look at Seattle. Look at their cops are basically told to not do anything. They've got people with 78 arrests. 78 arrests, and they're not spending the rest of their life in prison?
But you're talking about right now. You're not talking about last year. And
No,
that's a huge difference. Because Seattle does do a lot of arrests on that stuff. The problem is still the bad cop that is abusing even the crooks, the bad people. But when you got somebody in handcuffs, and you can still make excuses to beat the crap out of them when they're handcuffed, or to put them in chokehold. I mean, that's the stuff that's not being addressed here on the whole issue. Now, I mean, yeah, every police department is going to handle things in a different manner. I have no problem with that because you know what? The problems that Seattle has with people there versus the problems that we have here are completely different. So, yeah, police departments are going to handle it different. I have no problem with that. You still have to be able to get rid of the bad cops that do the abuse.
Let me just say really quick, Rosanna, I'm sorry. I feel for you. I really do. Honestly, anybody living in Seattle right now, I feel for them. And you sit there and tell me in the chat, do you think your cops the problem in Seattle, or is it your unbelievably bad county commissioners and your the DA? They're doing things that I've never seen before. They're just basically arresting people. And like there was one story I know, and I know there's a lot of stories that can be told, but I know of one where the guy was arrested for selling meth in front of the courthouse in the Fountain. They took him to jail, let him out the same day. 2 days later, he broke into an elderly person's like community, raped her, beat her, and then they put him back in jail and let him out 2 days later. Almost beat the woman to death. She was 89 years old. And that's not the cops that did that. That was the broken judicial system from almost the ground up. And basically, it's a free for all. They let people, and I'm not talking about this year, Grizz. I'm talking for the last 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Chris, just a minute. Brian said all the cops in my area are great. Well, the cops here in our town is great too. But now, if you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. But there was not one cop up there when they was protesting. But they were good protest. They wasn't tearing nothing up.
They didn't need police then.
Huh?
They didn't need the police there, which is
No.
good.
No, they didn't.
Because I can tell you a story about me that affected my life personally. The cops over here, the police department. See, we have the police department. We have Rogersville Police Department, and then we have Hawkins County Sheriffs. And some towns are like that. You'll have a city police force and a county police force. And my mom's car broke down, and the city police, man, they tried to put a battery in for her. They took her to AutoZone to get her a battery. They were going to drive her home. But yet, and most of the deputies here are that kind of nice. But yet, I went to the courthouse recently to get the tags for my car, and this cop was just, man, this deputy was horrible. I opened doors like, can I help you? I'm like, yeah, I need to get a tag for my car. It's like, pointing at the line. Oh, they close at 5. I don't think you'll make it. You can try, though. Just the whole monotone to him. Like, he was like,
Oh,
F you,
yeah.
I don't want to be here. I don't like people. So, I mean, it's really hard because he might not be a violent cop, but he's an ass. And it gets to the point to where that can evolve sometimes from just generally being an ass to being a violent cop. It can evolve. You can get so sick of your job and so sick of people that it's an easy leap to put somebody in a chokehold or to push somebody's head into a car door. I mean, that leap isn't that hard. Like if you have a bad day at work and you're a burger flipper and you get mad at the customer, you don't get to throw the hamburger at the customer. You don't have a job. But yet if a cop's having a bad day and he feels like putting your face to the concrete, buddy, your face is going through the concrete. Only cops can act half the way they do without getting in any trouble because they have so many things protecting them. The
Yeah,
unions.
that's a sad thing, Homestead. The cops actually don't deal with good people. They have to deal with
Yeah, they deal with the scum. Well, we'll call them scum, but
Scum.
But yeah, and you got to realize that there are hundreds of thousands of cops in this country, and the number of bad ones are so minuscule that that's like trying to go through a barrel of apples and find that one apple in the middle that's rotten. Sometimes it's really hard to do, and those apples protect the bad ones so well that it's hard to get to.
When
And that happens
you
more
have
than should.
when you have a good cop that would do the right thing under a situation where he's doing traffic patrol or whatever,
Gotcha.
yet he gets involved with another cop that he sees that the cop being abusive, even if the guy's wrong, if the guy's using abuse of power, and that good cop doesn't do anything, doesn't file a report on it or anything else, do you deem that cop to be a good cop or a bad cop? Because that's what I see a lot of.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, we can say there's a lot of good cops that will do the right things under certain circumstances. But my point would be to all these people is the cops are our servants.
To serve and protect.
see that.
To
That's
serve
one
and protect,
thing.
not to serve and protect the other police officers. They're there to serve and protect us.
No,
And if
no, I
they're not
get that.
doing our job, serving us and protecting us from our own police department, then those cops aren't good cops. I'm sorry. That's just the way that I feel.
Yeah,
it's
people
not.
there
sorry.
with George Floyd. There was cops standing around there watching him. They should have said, "Hey, get off."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
oh, there you go, Grizz.
Yeah, it happened, and George Floyd is not the only one that that this has happened to that has died from that
They
from
got
that same type of scenario. It's just it's his situation is what's brought it to the public. But you know
That's-
what? People have been crying about this whole situation of getting rid of bad cops for years and years and years. And the part that I find so frustrating is they've got distracted now. To begin with, when this whole protest, it was all about we got to be able to get rid of the bad cops. The politicians got involved, and now it's no longer about how to get rid of the bad cops. It's how to get around this and how to get around that.
Mhm.
And
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't blame those terrorists on Capitol Hill in Seattle for saying, hey, you know what, you guys aren't listening to us. We're going to make you listen. You're
Oh, you
getting
talking about
distracted with
Chaz?
politics. Screw y'all, And I'm not justifying. I'm not saying they're right. I would never join that group. But I'm just saying I can understand the hatred that's coming from these people when they're saying, hey, you know what? We're not dealing with a solution here.
So you think that George is still alive, Tim?
I highly doubt that, Tim. I highly doubt that.
Well, I do too, but anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Oh,
And
I think Tim's joking around, guys.
Yeah, I think so. I would hope so too.
Maybe not.
But that's how things start, right there.
I just want him to leave my history alone personally, and I'd be happy with it, man. Go do your protests. Go do what you got to do. Stop tearing down Confederate statues. Stop destroying the
Oh,
battle
yeah.
flag. Stop tearing apart my history. Just because you don't like it and you don't understand it is not a good reason to destroy it. And if you actually bothered to read a history book before 1999, you would know that the Civil War wasn't fought. Well, to say it wasn't fought with slavery at all would be stupid. There was slavery connotations in it, but it was more states' rights than anything else.
You want to get into what the states' rights were that it was about?
Sure.
It was about slavery.
It wasn't just about slavery.
Yeah.
No.
Matter of fact, as a matter of fact, actually the states' rights bill was the South was anti-states' rights when it was talking about other stuff with the North and their factories and stuff. So they were the South was against states' rights, but then they were for it. It was about slavery. Yeah, and by the way, I do support states' rights. I think they should have been allowed to succeed. But the real issue was leading up to the Civil War beforehand. The South knew that as soon as that Abraham Lincoln was elected, that they were going to go after slavery and shut down all of slavery. Okay, that's why they seceded from the Union in the first place. It was all over, and then they used the cry of states' rights, but slavery was the main issue.
I think money was the main issue.
Well, that too, yeah.
I'm a firm believer that almost every war that's ever been fought just about has been over money, one way, shape, or another. Whatever it masks itself as, whether it's an oil crisis or slavery, no matter what it is, it all boils down to money.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to lose like 60% of their workforce overnight? I don't agree with it. I don't think slavery is a good thing. But need I remind you, though, that white people didn't wander through Africa picking up slaves. That's not how it worked. And slaves were transported all over the world. I don't see them going after Asia. I don't see them going after Europe. I mean, a lot of the descendants of every country, the black descendants, were from slaves. In fact, China had slavery for 680 years. It was finally abolished in 1989. Black slavery, 1989. That is when Asia stopped doing it. They did it for 680 years. We did it for 150. And it's not right. And I'm also a believer that almost every race has been a slave at one point or another. Almost every society has been a slave in one way or another. So, anyway. But no, I can't deny that, Grizz. I can't deny that.
So slavery is biblical.
It's been around for a long time.
The thing is, in the Bible sense of slavery, you can only hold somebody a slave for 7 years, and then they were free to go. It wasn't a permanent slavery, and it was for the purpose of paying off their debt.
Glad you told me that. Did not know that. It's like that LeVar Burton thing. Ding! Learn a little bit each day. So, I've almost done rocking the apartment, guys. I'm getting ready to start laying flooring tomorrow.
Really?
That's a beautiful thing. That is 6 months of work completed. Building a 2-bedroom apartment, man, I'll tell you what, that's a lot of work. Between framing, running electrical, running plumbing, drywalling, finishing, flooring. God, so much work.
Well, Brenda, Lincoln had already announced that his intent was to abolish slavery one way or the other prior to the Civil War. He had already announced it. Yes, industry was a factor that backed him on that stuff. There was a lot of industry involved. But the reason why the South succeeded from the Union wasn't because of the industry, it was because of the slavery. And the thing was about after, but he didn't bring into slavery into an issue for 2 years after the Civil War started. So it wasn't about slavery in the first 2 years, but ultimately that was the goal. Then when he did free the slaves, he did not free the slaves in the North. Most of the states in the North had already abolished slavery, but there was still a few states. I think Georgia was one of them. That was in the North, but still was allowed to have slavery. And when Abraham Lincoln said, "Okay, I'm freeing the slaves," he was only freeing the slaves of the South, not of the border states on the North. He didn't free those slaves at that time. That wasn't until later on.
I agree with Tim.
So you don't think Lincoln was a good guy?
Lincoln was not a very nice guy, and he wasn't. He didn't just go to the South. He told his Union soldiers to basically burn, rape, and pillage the South as they went through. And what he did was not legal. The Southern states had every right to secede. It was written in the Constitution. He had no right to go in there and reform the country. But
that's where I agree that I believe that the state should have a right to succeed.
I mean, it was written right there in the Constitution. Well, the thing that they want to burn and wipe their butts with and pretend like it never existed, that gives them the right to do that. I'm a firm believer that I may not agree with what you have to say, but I'll fight to the death for your right to say it. Because that is what this country is all about. The ability to speak freely. At least that's what it used to stand for. Now if you say anything, you're a racist. So math is apparently racist. It's out of control. It's just completely out of control. Yeah, exactly. That's Duncan's right too, and I think that's what you're getting at, Grizz. When you say it is about slavery, yeah, without the slaves, the South would have never been able to produce the materials that was needed for the North to factorize, to be able to produce.
Mm-hmm.
People just didn't want to go out there and pick their own cotton. Which, if you've ever picked cotton, man, that's a pretty labor-intensive job.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I've done it. It's not easy.
But on the other hand, other countries were cotton producers and they didn't have slaves, so it was possible to do it as a
Oh, yeah. Oh, it was 100% possible.
It wasn't as profitable. It's like us going and buying our goods from China. It's a lot cheaper. We can manufacture the stuff here. It's just a lot cheaper and more profitable for them to manufacture it over in China instead of from us. And it's a form. That's a form of slavery.
Sure is. I'm telling you, there's an old saying where money is the root of all evil, and that's where me and life completely disagree. I do not think money is the root of all evil. I think lust is the root of all evil, because you lust after that money. It's never enough, and you will sacrifice everything to make it.
If money is the root of all evil, I need more roots.
Shit, you and me both. I think lust is it's greed. It's never having enough, never being satisfied with what you have. I mean, I'm happy with my little plot of land and what I have on it. I don't need any more. I don't want any more. That's just more work.
No, Tim's right there. He's saying the same thing you said. He said the love of money is the root of all evil. It's not the money itself. It's the love of money.
It's love. It's that lust. I can't get enough. Yep. I mean, you only need so much to live. The rest after that's like where me and my mom disagree. Because I look out in Tennessee and I see people with hundreds of acres and they're not doing anything with it. They're not growing on it. They're not cattling. They're not doing anything. It's just sitting there. I said, why don't they sell a few parcels of that and then somebody can have an opportunity to live a nice, peaceful, happy life here when what are they going to lose? 10% of their yard? I mean, that they're not using? So I really do think there's only so much you need. If you rule the world, you can't enjoy the whole world. You can only enjoy as far as your eyes can see it. Then you have to go to a new location so your eyes can see that location. But I mean, you can never be in more than one place at one time. So how much do you really need? Oh, I own China. Okay. When have you been? I've never gone, but you own it. Yeah, but I can't get there. I got way too many responsibilities here. So I mean, why own it? Why bother? Just to say you do? Well, guys, I got to bail on you because it is raid time. It was a privilege and an honor as always talking to you. Grizz, thank you for the slight history lesson. I did learn a few things. Kim, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I enjoyed your little protest videos. Keep making them. They're fun.
Oh, that's the only one.
I'll make more of them.
Yeah.
They're entertaining. I love listening to a whole bunch of middle and young age white people screaming about Black Lives Matter. It's very entertaining.
Take care.
You too, brother.
Okay, Chris. Thank you.
And I'm gonna say bye, Rosanna. Bye, Brian. Bye, Tim. Bye, everybody. Be safe, guys.
Tim's got a Civil War bomb in his basement.
Oh, wow. Now make a video on that, Tim.
Thank you, Chris. Well, Grizz, it's been great.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah, my battery is getting low.
I'm right at 3.5 hours. Well, 3:25. But I got them a little bit on the hours because I only had about 30 minutes left. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so you got an extra 2 hours or 3 hours out of it.
Yeah.
Cool.
So
And it should be reloading here in another week.
yeah, the second will be, but I'll save it when I go to Waterbug because
Yeah.
I don't have it set up on my laptop. I've got it set up on my desktop.
Oh, the StreamYard?
Well, I mean with the OBS.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So what I'm saying is when I go to Waterbugs, I want to keep that StreamYard time,
Yeah.
but 20 hours. I won't, you know.
Yeah, I wish I could say, because I'm not using nowhere near my 20 hours a month. I wish I could send you some of mine. Too bad it don't work that way.
Yeah, it don't work that way.
Now, I will tell you, if you did have another channel, you know, to add for when you've used up your 20 hours and you start another channel with another email, that's a whole different 20 hours. So you could actually.
I do have another channel.
Start promoting that, and when you run out of your 20 hours, start running it on that channel.
Well, I can do that, but then I won't get no watch time.
Well, yeah,
I'm
but
on that other channel, but
you're still with 20 hours. You're still probably getting your watch time on this channel,
right.
and enough watch time. You know, so I mean, but it has to. You have to have a different email for it. Otherwise, they log it on. It's all at one. You know, like if I live stream on my Grizz 270 channel versus my Grizz 270 live stream, and it's still under one email, so that it doesn't matter. It's two channels. It all counts towards the 20 hours. But if I had my Grizz 270 on another email account, or you know, a separate one, then that would be a different 20 hours.
I'll have to try it now that I've run out of my hours. I'll have to log.
Yeah.
I think that's through Gmail, my other one.
Okay, then that would work. I mean, if the other one's through Gmail, then that would give you an additional 20 hours.
I always can try.
Mm.
Okay.
Start promoting that channel for your live streams, you know, on these live streams and stuff, so people know to subscribe to it.
Right. Okay. But
Y'all have a good one.
It's still the same name. Tim 5. All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Okay, take care.
Bye all.